This is way more upbeat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, it really won't.
It's
Welcome,
just
everybody.
always gonna be.
Welcome back. It's been a little bit. We're so happy to be back. Yeah, it's been a little while, but we're excited to be starting again. Unfortunately, we did have some technical issues with our last VOD, so we were unable to upload that. So sorry if you missed it. We're going to do a really in-depth recap before we start, so hopefully that'll get you caught up. If not, I will be throwing back to bits that they learned or things they experienced when we went through that last session. However, we have everything set up now, so we will have a VOD for this session. So if you need to reference it for whatever reason, or you need some more background noise, feel free to pull it up. We'd love to have you again. Starting up, I would love, in case we have anybody new joining us, for my players to introduce themselves again. I am gonna throw it to Rip first. So if you would love to introduce yourself, that'd be great.
Hi, I'm Rip. I play Tia. I'm a satyr. I'm also a monk who has an insane god complex because, let's be honest, if there was a god, it'd be me.
All right, great. JD.
What's up? I'm JDizzle. My character's AG. Still haven't memorized the numbers. 3512. Fighter. What else do I say? I'm a cute, adorable little auto gnome. Made out of, I'm like a robot. And yeah, I like to tank hits. And I will avenge my friends.
Okay, Abby.
I'm Abby, also known as Abby Chan. I stream very irregularly, and I play Ceistyl, a fairy life cleric. She's small and can fly, and she's kind of shy.
Alrighty. Brinth.
And I am Byrinth. On my channel, most people call me Bryn, but tonight you can call me Keerla, the Eladrin druid who loves nature and wants things to remain in balance.
All right, awesome. And Caleb.
Magical.
Alrighty.
I like that.
So, jumping into our recap for the last session, our adventurers had gone to the town of Varokin, a underground dwarven and gnomish settlement built into this cluster of mountains near the center of the landmass known as Arcadia. It is technically its own place, even though it's in the center of another nation. They have a treaty between two under the Treaty of Fell Mountain. Under that treaty, and with a letter of introduction from their friend Aruk, one of the mages from Arcadia, they were allowed entry to go and investigate this weird amassed forest underneath the city. Entering in, they found this massive city that was tiered into several shelves with a large false sun illuminating everything in a pale yellow light. Upon going down further onto the third shelf where all the mining happens from the dwarves, they talked to Koral, who very hesitantly gave them access to this section of the mine that had been opened up recently, and they had discovered this massive blooming forest. Moving through the forest, it was a very strange, warped, and unnatural woodland. Every now and again, there was a pulse of purple energy that seemed to be timed every couple of minutes. They came across some ruins that appeared to be from pre-reset about 20,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. Carved into one of those walls was the saying, "The second verse shall inherit a new Eros." What exactly that phrase means, the group is not quite sure. They fought some skeletons from the past that were left there that were being puppeteered by this giant plant monster, and they discovered a little piece of technology from the past that allowed them to talk with, or not talk with, experience some memories from the past. They saw as this group of mages were trying to develop something and create something. And then all of a sudden they started to sprout horns and become tieflings. Moving further into the forest, the purple light started to become more frequent until it finally stopped. And they were ambushed by 6 grotesque lizard-like creatures that were malformed and unstable, as if they had not finished being grown or were corrupted by something. After dispatching these ambushers, they continued pushing forward until they hit a strange clearing. At its center, there was a still lake and a structure of ruins, as well as a pile of vines that were emitting the purple light that they had seen pulsing through the forest. Moving through the water and reaching the ruins, they found a pile of bones that began to whisper into their minds. A few of them took pieces. Ceistyl attempted to take a piece, and her god, the Everlight, burned it as it was entering her pocket, saying, "Sometimes things are better left untouched." As they entered the ruins, they were confronted by this towering crystalline golem that appeared to be powered by the entity known as the Submind. It was giving it these strange plant-like abilities, and after defeating it, the vegetation, this giant forest, began to rapidly decay until they were standing in a mulchy fall-like presence. Now inside of this standard-looking cave system, wounded, hurt, tired, you look around this empty expanse of once was a lush jungle. And on the side of the wall, you see probably about 60 feet wide and 80 feet tall, a hole burrowed into the side that was not visible previously. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I agree.
Sure, I guess.
Can
Or
we
we,
investigate the strange markings, or did we do that already?
There was that's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. On the ruins, there was a massive arcane sigil that appeared to have been missing a few glyphs as the age of time has slowly corrupted it. You guys did investigate it. You found that the runes were meant to be guarding. They were meant to be holding something inside, and it appears that it had broken recently.
So those who didn't hear me because my mic was muted, I said, I guess we should go in, huh?
And then none of us said anything.
And then nobody said anything. And then I said, well, don't all of you agree with me at once? There you go. Joke
Just
made.
a good 10 seconds of
made.
silence on the pod.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Do I need to give my intro again? Or are we good?
I'll just say it real quick.
Yeah.
Galan, High Elf, Artificer, make magic stuff. Boom.
Oh, only your mic was muted. Oh, I
was
didn't
just-
follow.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
I'm with you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, we would have known a long time ago if they couldn't hear all of
Start
us.
again. All right.
Not that I wasn't the
Moving
quiet
forward.
one. So I had my mic accidentally muted in OBS. They could hear
Gotcha.
all the rest of you.
Awesome. Great.
So I was unmuted in Discord.
That's funny. So, you are standing in this massive open cavern with the whole about. So if you're standing here, actually, I need to move you guys back to that map so that you guys can see what's going on. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. Nice.
So if you're standing here, it would be to your character's right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Again, massive hole, 60 feet across, 80 feet wide. Probably about 30, 40 feet away from you. It is genuinely surprising that you weren't able to see it before, but with the height of the trees that was obscuring your vision, it makes sense.
Is there anything around me that I can light on fire and just like drop it in the hole?
Oh, so progressing forward, you're walking through that weird, like, at the turn of fall, when like all the leaves fall down, there might have been a couple rains, and now it's kind of like a mushed leaves where it's like soggy and grotesque. That's what you're walking through right now. It's probably about shin height. That's like a rapid decay of a giant forest. As you walk through, you're kicking up clouds of dust, and now that there's nothing to like dampen the sound, your footsteps are just echoing throughout the cavern as you're walking, giving a very strange feel to the place. Moving forward up to the cave wall, why doesn't everybody give me perception or investigation checks?
Gotcha.
Let me make sure I know which one's bigger.
Can you move me to be with everyone else?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I got very lonely.
Lonely.
Here's a picture for you guys to look at. This is what it looked like before the rapid decay happened. Now there is a rapid decay.
Yeah, I think Keerla's not paying attention. She rolled a 3.
Okay.
A little distracted.
It was perception
I
and
got an
investigation? Okay.
Or investigation, whichever.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
got 8
that's
total. But
8. Okay.
17 for perception.
17. Got it.
16 perception.
16.
I have to remember what dice to roll, bro.
20. It's
Don't-
almost always a d20.
Bro, don't give me months apart if you want me to remember anything.
First of all, only one. Okay.
D20 is your best friend.
Feels like months. It
Literally,
feels
there's a
like months.
reason why people talk about d20s when they talk about D&Ds, because that's the dice,
Yeah,
the
that's the
die
die.
that you use the most.
15, 17, 16 so far.
I got an 18.
18.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow, we're like right in order, except
Everybody
for
except for Keerla.
That might be a first, actually.
Yeah.
It's usually
Keerla,
the other way
you're
around.
as you're walking through this forest, your mind is just sort of full of the thoughts of like, what was this? How was it created? Why did it
I'm
decay
grumpy.
so fast? And you're just so fixated on that you don't really realize what's around you. The rest of you notice off to the left of this marking, or of this ginormous hole, are what appears to be the scribblings of a map.
A map.
And I am going to switch us back to the map. I apologize. I know I've been bumping us
That's
around.
all good. Oh, that map. Okay, hold on.
On this map,
You can keep going.
it does appear to be similar, but there are a few distinctions. Specifically, there are no names of the locations that you are familiar with. With the roles, you all remember your basic geography and history courses of names and locations. There is the symbol of the Wild Mother, which is a triangle with a wreath-like crown, like almost like laurels, like Roman laurels, marked above the city of Varoken, as well as where the Jebelawasu would be. However, Tia, you especially notice the Lake of Glass and the Jebelawasu are not notated on this map. These are major historical functions and geographical locations. They would be put on any map regardless of the location. If you want to give me a history check on that, Tia, you can.
Oh,
And Galan as well.
100%.
Yeah, give me a second.
Am I proficient in history? Please tell me.
I realized that I was accidentally way too zoomed into the map, so I'm like, why can't
Oops.
I place this correctly in the overlay?
Oh,
There we
dude.
go. Fixed. All right, you said history? Okay.
18, buddy.
Ooh,
Wait,
very
everybody
good.
or
Specifically Galen and Tia right now.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you got 18?
Actually,
How about-
AG, you can too.
How about 23?
Oh, very good,
Ooh.
very good.
well, I'm
We
beat.
hitting
Only the chat
nasty
saw
rolls
that.
Today.
But I still got a 19.
That's still really good.
Good.
So we'll start with what all three of you get, and then I'll move into what Galen specifically got. The three of you all notate based on the history, where you're standing, and how long ago the Great Reset was. This map was most likely created before those geographical locations, the Jebelawasu and the Lake of Glass, were created. So this predates some of the most basic understanding of geography of the current time. On top of that, Galen, you realize that Arcadia, which was built around the foundations of a crashed airship of a long-lost civilization, is not notated either.
Huh.
guys, I think this map is different.
I think
it
this,
looks weird.
I think this map is.
I mean, there's bodies of water, and listen, trust your God here. It's different.
You are
right.
literally the last person I trust.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to say that this map is most likely pre-reset.
Right, so we're saying the same thing.
You just said it's different. That could mean anything.
But is it not different?
Yes.
Can
but
we stop fighting? What do you understand?
there are key things here that are missing. The biggest one I noticed is Arcadia, which is, was formed after the Great Reset. So that means this has to be from before.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Before?
Before the Great Reset.
This
yes.
is old.
That's what that means, yes.
Maybe we share a birthday.
You know
Hey,
what?
G, I was
Maybe
just
you
thinking,
do.
maybe it's old like you.
Oh my.
So this place is...
Honestly, I don't remember looking at a map back then, so.
Well, try touching the wall. Maybe something will happen.
If I touch the wall?
Not. Oh my God.
Do I have god powers too?
No, you're not a god.
Nobody has god powers.
I have god powers, but we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Maybe Tia gave me his god powers,
Never.
which means he no longer has god powers?
Shut up.
All right, okay.
No gods. Let's just keep going.
As this conversation is unfolding, Galan,
Yes.
you hear a voice flip into your brain for a moment, and you recognize it to be Eruk Thanesbane, the mage who had originally hired you to investigate these disturbances. It's a quick spell that comes in, just checking in. How are things going? Any trouble?
Varakan is taken care of. It would appear that we've stumbled upon a pre-reset site.
Do you say anything else?
Um,
It's fine if you don't. I'm just. wondering.
yeah, I think I said everything that he needed to know.
Got it. Immediate response.
Oh,
As
boy.
if like the words just left your mouth and he immediately started talking and recast the spell. A pre-reset site. We'll be there as soon as we can.
Oh,
And that is all he says.
should we go in first? That was to him.
Okay, yeah, no response at that point.
Oh, lovely. All right.
Looking at the hole, I'm going to say, Keerla, your eyes have sort of wandered over to this massive opening in the side of the wall. You walk up almost to the edge, keeping yourself careful, obviously. And looking down, you notice that it's like a 55, 60 degree incline to the point where it's starting to almost go straight down. And you have dark vision, right?
I believe Eladrin do have
I-
dark vision.
Yeah.
Dark vision as
Think so.
well.
So I think everybody in the party has dark vision. I think that was the major thing.
I don't remember if
Oh, okay.
we all have
If you
it.
do,
I
yeah.
know. I don't
I
know
think-
if Rip has. I don't think Rip has it,
I don't
Got
think so either.
and I don't know if Abby has
Um,
it.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay, that's a fair amount of people. I'll have to start
Mhm.
asking about light conditions.
Yeah. Well,
um,
I
think so.
I have stuff that can help with that. So just let me know
sure.
when it's really dark.
I will. Keerla, looking down, your dark vision goes about 60 feet in front of you. This drops off. Like you can see to the edge of where this is, but that's about 45 feet. And then for the next 15 feet or so, 25 feet, it just goes straight down. Like it just takes a sudden nosedive 90 degrees down.
And is it like stone floor?
The same like furnishings where it was steel on the interior where you're at, and then it goes
Mhm.
into rock like natural cave formations and goes down.
Okay. I would relay that to the group
This is just
because
straight
apparently
down.
not everybody can see.
Okay.
Actually, Keerla, if you wouldn't mind giving me a nature check.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna roll real
Ceistyl, if you
high
want to
this
give
time.
me a nature check as well, you can. What'd you get?
Do you want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Oh no.
Oh my god. No, it was a 1.
Oh,
It
okay.
rolled a little bit, but it was a
Got
1.
it.
All right, now
Yo, we got
Ceistyl
the nat
has to
one
roll.
sound.
Ceistyl has to roll
1.
nature now.
Oh no!
No.
Wait, what?
Looking
Not a great
at
start.
the markings on the wall, Wall of 1 is a crit failure. You are both intelligent enough to understand that this was created by something. It wasn't naturally
Very
forming in the
forgiving.
rock. That's
Yeah.
probably about what you get.
I don't know
Got
what
it. Got
this
it. Got it.
means.
Got it.
Can Keerla see the
When I
bottom
rolled a
of
20
it?
on magic.
Keerla cannot see the bottom.
Okay, all
It just
right.
goes.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
How deep do you think that is? Oh, also, if you were wondering, that was Professor Thainsbane talking to me in my mind somehow. He's sending people over to investigate the site.
Does he do that often?
Well, it's kind of his job, so yeah.
I thought I was the only one with people in my head.
It's
you
not
talk
like
to
that.
him often.
No, it really was him. He sent a message to me.
Oh, okay.
Hey man, whatever you believe.
Shh. Yeah, shh.
That's so funny.
don't have to
Sorry.
explain
That's
myself
just
to
really
you.
funny.
You know,
Does someone have the light cantrip? Just out of curiosity.
I have an ability that can create light.
Got it. I wasn't sure if somebody had the light cantrip to like put it on a stone and throw it down or anything
That's
like that.
what I have. I have magic tinkering.
Oh, okay.
So I can make objects do a ton of things, and that's one of them.
Sick.
What else can I do with it? Hold on, let me double check.
That's a really good question. I
Okay,
don't know.
magical tinkering. Imbue a
Right?
tiny non-magical object with a magical property of your choice, and that includes 5-foot radius of light, up to 6-second long recorded message, emits
wow.
odor or nonverbal sound, static visual effect including up to 25 words of text. You can affect a maximum of 4 objects at a time.
That's surprisingly useful.
It is very useful. I haven't found a use for it yet, but this
Right.
might be the time.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Well, first, I'm gonna pick up a little rock and just drop it off the edge. See if I can hear
Sure.
it.
It rolls for a little bit as it goes down the 55, 60 degree incline, and then you hear it go dong, and then you hear it go dong, dong as it's bouncing off the sides of the wall.
Okay. How long did it take to do that?
It's still bouncing.
Oh, okay.
Still.
Are you counting it and letting it fall?
About 5 minutes pass before you hear a very faint echo come up.
I
Okay.
think ours to go first.
You're going?
Is this
You're
the
going down?
highway to hell?
I mean, I think it works.
What's a
Pretty
highway?
glad I have wings right now.
All right. So I pick up another rock,
Okay.
and I use magical tinkering on it for it to light up.
All right.
And I'm like, I guess we could go down there and look before, the officials get here.
Going down there?
I mean, who knows what's down there?
Can I make an investigation check to see if I would
Go for it.
survive a jump down there?
What? It's...
I'm gonna give you. You don't have to make a roll. You understand that the idea of jumping into this pit would be extremely dangerous to your well-being.
Okay.
Extremely dangerous.
It's
might
called.
be an
It's called. Take your
understatement.
time, bro.
Wow. The way that when your DM says that you're dumb character.
I don't want
I
you
don't
to jump
recommend
your
it.
character into an instant death pit if you don't want to. I want you to be aware
I'm
of the
sorry,
instant
instant
death pit
death
before you
pit?
jump in.
So let's not waste our time rolling. It's a
There's
no.
a kill wall down there. I get you.
Yeah, I just have the world barrier down there. Don't cross it.
Dang. I guess we're not going down
okay,
there.
Never mind then.
We haven't
Um,
unlocked it yet, I guess.
Yeah. You hit like the gray zone. You have to be level 25.
Yeah,
to come back here.
desynchronization.
Oh, dang, man. I guess, because I know I have rope. I have leftover rope. I guess I could tie. a rope.
Normally it's 50 feet of rope.
And
Wow,
you're
I'm
saying
such
it's
a
more
nerd
than
for
50
knowing
feet.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
to get
Definitely
yourself
more than 50.
to get yourself to the edge of the lip is 45 feet. So you could get to the edge of the straight sheer drop.
Oh, that's how that works. Okay, yeah.
So like think of it like 55, 60 feet of a really steep incline going down.
no,
And then you get
Oh.
45 feet down, and then there's a 90 degree drop,
How-
like a straight down
Hmm.
drop.
Do we know how big the area where the drop is? is?
Kind of hard to see. Keerla's vision only goes so far, and she couldn't see the whole gap.
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. Tia, I have an idea. Clearly, you want to go down there, and I have no problem with that. No. Tie the rope. Your original plan of tying the
You're gonna
rope.
get rid of Tia?
No. I'm gonna help him. I was going to give him.
Yeah, help him right to his death.
Okay. Well, can I?
What about the person with the wings?
That's true.
This has
That's true.
huge.
I
chuck-
immediately hand Ceistyl the glow rock, and like go
This
check
is
that
big
out.
Chuck the baby energy. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
Don't kick the baby.
I have a
Yeah.
legitimate question.
Yeah.
The magic, Galan, the magic that you used on the axe.
Yeah.
Since I'm not a magical thing, could you use it on me and throw me down and then teleport me back?
Well, one, I have to take a long rest first, and it has to be an object.
Yes, but tomorrow.
No, it's no,
Yes,
and also
tomorrow.
no, because you're not an object.
Yes, but tomorrow is so funny.
So what my original plan was Tia do his original thing of tying the rope around himself. I'd give him the rock and I'd ease him in so he could at least look around, not to drop him to his death. For the record.
I don't trust you, buddy.
Sorry, I had to clip
No.
but tomorrow. That was really funny.
Wait.
Galan, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, pal.
Okay.
First of all, he's gonna be the one throwing you.
Yeah,
get that
exactly. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think we should let Ceistyl fly down and see what's good.
I think it's a
Ceistyl.
lot safer for her to just fly.
What are you feeling at this moment?
What? I don't want to go down there. I can't even see.
I'm
I
giving
know
you
you
the
gave
rock.
me the rock. I
Just
know
be
you gave me the
careful.
rock.
You have nothing to worry about.
You can fly for like more than 5 minutes, right?
Minutes.
I'm pretty sure you can fly continuously.
I've been
She's
flying
good.
this whole time.
Exactly. So
So you're good.
nothing to be afraid of.
But what if something grabs me?
We'll come after you.
The only thing that'll be
Well,
grabbing
okay.
you is at the edge,
Here's-
at the end of like 1,000 feet.
How about this? Before we even consider sending you down the hole, why don't you just fly to where the hole is and look down?
Okay.
Just kind of the area around the hole. Just see what's going on over there.
Okay.
And then if something happens, we'll be right there. You know, it's a little bit of a steep incline, but you know, as long as we don't fall in the hole, should be fine.
You got this, Ceistyl.
Are you affixing any rope to Ceistyl?
We can. Would that help you
Do we
feel
have
safe?
any?
Yeah, Tia has rope.
What if does anybody else have rope? Maybe we could tie the rope together. and make a
Shouldn't we all have rope?
If you have a general adventuring kit, it comes with 50 feet of rope.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, I have rope.
Ceistyl, would
Yeah.
you feel more safe if we attached rope? Yo, this music's freaky.
That looks
man.
Deafening silence.
That looks like a yes.
I think we're losing her, guys.
No, I think that's a no.
Is she frozen? Wait, oh no, she's good. She's good.
She was frozen too.
she's in character,
I thought
guys.
she was frozen. I thought Abby was frozen.
We're losing her. We're losing her.
Look,
Maybe?
we won't let anything happen to you. Okay?
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you go down in the pit unless you feel safe enough.
Okay. I'll go. Give me some rope and I'll tie it to the edge so you guys don't have to go all the way over to the ledge by yourself. Just yet. I
Yeah, I
don't
was
know if
just
that
gonna-
helps at all.
You weigh like 20 pounds. I was just gonna hold it.
Okay.
Okay.
The rope's long
Yeah,
enough
so
for
I'm
her to
gonna-
at least
I'm gonna
reach the pit.
I'm gonna give my rope to Galan, and I'm just gonna take a seat in the back and just watch everybody move.
Okay.
But God observes.
A strange, eerie silence kind of falls across the group as you fasten the rope together, hold on to it, hand it to your Fey companion, and she takes it. And how far are you going?
60 feet down.
50.
Well, if you tied 2 ends of rope, you've got
Okay.
100 feet.
I mean, fine. Fine, 100 feet of rope right now. Tie that up.
You begin progressing down the steep slope, the light illuminating and kind of bouncing eerily off the walls, and you reach the edge of the pit. Looking down, you can see that it just descends. The light that you have in your hand from the rock does not illuminate enough to see the bottom. Do you go down?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Galen's voice echoes across the rock.
Well, it's only about another 40 feet that she could go
Right,
down
right.
into this pit.
Yep.
So why
she'd be able to
doesn't
go
she
55.
Yeah, why doesn't she throw the rock? But since she's looking over the edge, she could see further with the
Yeah.
rock being thrown.
That is an option.
True.
She wouldn't have to go into the pit.
True. Yeah.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't feel comfortable being in the dark without the rock, so she's gonna go a little further down because she doesn't want to
Okay.
have to like zoom back to the group by throwing
In
it.
dark.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I just with the rope.
I wanna yell over. Galen, throw another rock.
What? No. No.
Okay.
Who's to say she's gonna catch it?
No, it's for her to see.
Once again, who's to say she's gonna catch it?
I'm not gonna catch it. That's the point.
It'll go down in the pit, is what they're saying.
Oh, I could do that actually. All right, I'll do that. All right, I just checked
Same
off another
difference, yeah,
box
I
under
guess.
magical tincturing,
Listen
and
to your god.
I
I know
shut
best.
up!
Listen to
You had a
These
good
words
idea.
do
That does not make you a
instill
god.
confidence into you, Ceistyl, as you're going down into the pit slightly. As you descend slightly, the light illuminates, and this hole is now again 60 by 80. Whatever went through this space, you come to the idea and the conclusion that it squeezed its body to make into this size. It
Oh,
needed
we're-
it to be at least this size.
Oh, we're talking something came
Big.
through this
Oh,
hole.
by the way,
This is-
Or went through.
I chucked a glow rock down the hole.
Ding, ding, ding. Ceistyl, you look and see the rock bounce and pass you, sailing towards the bottom as if magnetically pulled.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. It spins. The light illuminates and grows dimmer and dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until it is just a speck, like the North Star off in the distant night sky. And you see it stop moving. And the sound echoes up to your ears of it hitting the bottom of the cavern.
This is fun.
500, 1,000, 1,500 feet.
Well, I
Not
guess
quite sure.
our investigation of this place has just ended.
Yeah. It's
Give
not.
me a perception check, actually, really
Okay.
quick.
No.
All of us are just
No!
Ceistyl.
Oh!
Sorry.
Abby full on went like Emperor Palpatine.
No.
Anyway,
No.
everybody or just Ceistyl?
Just
Just me.
Ceistyl.
Okay.
I'm the only one who can see, brother.
At this point, yes.
I gotta check. I gotta ask.
Bruh.
What'd you get?
Oh, no.
I'm rolling on a not flat surface. Can I try?
Roll one
again?
more time.
Where's
Roll
the
one more
dice
time on
tray?
a flat
Thank you.
surface.
Where's
on a
the
flat
dice tray?
surface.
We'll
I-
call that Grace.
Oh, you got the dice tray.
We're calling it practice.
No, it was the fact that I was rolling it on my couch and into
Oh,
the dice
yeah.
tray, and then it came and
Roll
then
it flat.
because I'm sitting here, the couch was like, whoa. So
I'm
it
gonna eat
landed
that.
and then it changed.
Yeah, roll it again.
Yeah, blow out of
Escalators,
it.
escalators.
Excluders.
Uh,
Heels.
9 plus 4 equals 13.
Not bad.
Are you proficient
Is
in
that 4? Yeah.
It's hard to see that far down, but the little bit of light that you do illuminate, you kind of twist your head and kind of look. Green plant matter appears to be smattered across, decaying, but still present.
Um, does it look like this was something that was on some creature, or does it look like it was expelled from a creature? Am I able to tell?
Putting together with what you had seen previously, you imagine it was part of the forest.
Okay.
The forest being its own entity, mind you.
Can I come back up now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fly out.
I fly out. I'm tugging on the rope, like, get me out!
I'm pulling at the rope really, really hard.
Be gentle. Don't want to hurt her.
Okay.
She wants
Skip forward
out.
a little bit. The song's on a repeat.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I know it was a little crazy.
Felt like I was going crazy, man.
Yeah,
I
I like
love-
that song a lot for the eerie moments, but it does get a lot.
I mean, it's like the video game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Coming forward, you leave the cavern. As you come out, you realize that you're hyperventilating slightly. The emotions that you were feeling, while not totally present to you while you were fixated on what you were doing, seem to be coming to the surface. It was a scary experience, but you're fine, if that is any assuasion.
I don't want to do that kind of thing again.
Okay. You won't.
Thank you.
What did you see down there?
I think something made that hole.
What?
Or used it to go through. Whatever it is, it's massive.
Lovely.
It's like enormous. And there's green plant. I wouldn't say it's exact. It's like what we're seeing here, but
Do you think it's just more of the overgrowth
scattered
that hasn't died
across
off yet?
off the wall. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
As a note, it was decaying slower. It was not
Okay.
immediate
Okay.
mush, but it was still decaying.
I was gonna say, is it part of what was decaying earlier?
It looks a little different. It's not sludgy yet.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if there's much more we can do here. So, I believe we had another task from Professor Thainsbane, did we not?
Did we?
Yes, we had two, and we chose Varakin first.
The second was to go to Apotheos Vale, because they had also reported instances of strange plant life. To that note, now that again, no sound suppression due to the what's it called, the lack of foliage and things like that, you can hear voices start to echo from the entrance of the cave.
I think there's people coming.
You think it could be the dwarves?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
They
just
do-
back up.
So sorry.
So sorry. What was the other mission from Professor Thainsbane?
So you had two options. You could go to Varoken, or you could go to Apotheos Vale, because they had also been reporting strange plant life, and they had asked that the College of Elstrom, located in Arcadia, since they are now tentative partners in trade and alliance, to look into it, since they had more magical knowledge. So essentially, they would like you to go to Apotheos and see how you could assist with these matters.
right.
As you all are kind of taking a moment and hearing these voices, you do hear the agitation in the tones of the conversation happening.
They
The
sound,
conversation does not appear to be going in a friendly manner.
they sound angry.
Should we go help?
Yeah, we probably should. Shall we?
Moving forward through the tunnel, what took you a decent amount of time to get through is now significantly easier without the impediment of your vision, as well as your feet with vines and other foliage and plants and bushes. You make extremely good time. It actually only takes you about 3 to 5 minutes to cross a path that took you hours. Getting closer to the opening of this cave, you begin to hear Aruk's voice, and then the voice of a dwarf that you do not recognize. You hear Aruk say, "This is the matter of an increasing national security. I apologize for not speaking with you all earlier, but we needed to move quickly on this. Surely you must understand, Galfox." The dwarf responds, you assume Galfox. "That may be, but we were promised that Arcadia wouldn't bully its way into our home and take control of our minds." Eruk responds, "It is not what we are doing here. As soon as we are sure Varokin is safe, we will leave and take nothing apart from this forest. I swear this on the Treaty of Fell Mountain." As you hear these words as you cross the threshold into that opening filled with other offshoots of mines and dwarves all holding weapons, looking at this opening forest where they had seen 5 or so of their fellows go in and not return. There is an uncomfortable, tense silence that follows this last statement from Aruk. Galfox holds an intense glare at Aruk and then swiftly turns it on you all. "Well, what did you find?"
Well, we found what was causing the problem, we destroyed it, and think should be okay now.
"Good. Well, Aruk, it sounds like your job is done and you no longer need to be here. I must inspect for myself. While I trust my colleagues, you must understand, trust but verify." Again, there's a sigh of tension diffusing or being manipulated into another matter. Galfox seems to sort of wave his hand, and then he beckons for Koral, the foreman of the mine, who you had all spoken with to get access to this, to come with him. They seem to step away and leave this place. Aruk, you watch as his eyes are fixed on Galfox, slowly decreases. The tension leaves his shoulders. "I apologize for the terse company. That was Galfox, one of the members of the council here in Varokin.
I see.
They are very protective of their secrets."
I gotta say, I'm surprised you got here rather quickly.
The magic of teleportation. And you turn and you see 3 other mages in beautiful scarlet robes with etchings of gold trails and runes carved alongside of them. They step forward and kind of look at Aruk, and Aruk turns to you all. "Is it safe for us to go in, or do we need to make preparations?"
As far as I know, it's safe.
"Wonderful." He gives a nod to the 3 companions, and they begin to move in. You notice one of them quickly casts a spell, and the 3 of them begin to lift off the ground, and they fly into the chamber.
I'm gonna yell out. Actually, can I run up to them real quickly?
Yeah, as they're beginning to cast their spell of flight, you walk up to these 3 mages.
I found some of the bodies, and I point over to the direction of the bodies.
Okay.
Of their missing friends, and there is a whole, an abyss down to the devil. You probably want to shut that to make sure it doesn't get out.
I'm sure
As
they
those
can
words-
handle themselves.
You're
those
saying you
words-
gotta shut the door.
As you say those words, you notice one of the mages who's preparing to cast the flight spell, the color almost drains from his face, and he's holding his composure together, but he is noticeably shaken. He nods and, understood. We appreciate your assistance. And you recognize, strangely, the tongue of an Apothian, the accent of an Apothian, who then casts the spell, and the 3 of them fly in.
I try to say something as they leave, but I can't manage to get words out.
Aruk, go ahead.
No, I just. They're an Apothian from Apotheos Vale. I'm just confirming.
Yes, yeah, they have an accent that's associated with Apotheos. Which is the reason it's of note is the fact that Apothians are very suspicious, if not completely disdain magic. So the fact that there is one that is practicing magic at this caliber is very interesting.
Noted it. I'm curious of this person.
Probably why they're not in Apotheos then.
Probably why they
Yeah.
caught you speechless.
Literally, silence and sad.
God's speechless.
Moving forward, Aruk turns to Galan and quickly says, "Did you find anything of particular note that would be of interest, such as any of those remaining crystals that you had found in Rockbed?"
Yeah, you mean the stuff from when we destroyed the whatever that thing is?
Yes, we have been taken to calling it the Submind. We
Submind,
believe they are sections of a greater intelligence.
Well, yes, there was another.
Wonderful. May I see? He holds his hand out.
I reach my head over Galen's to like, why are you curious about the submind?
I hired you all to investigate this information, and part of that was to retrieve artifacts that may be left behind so that we may better understand our enemies.
I mean, literally.
After all, to
literally
win
is
a
his
war,
job.
you must understand who you're fighting.
This is literally what he does for a living.
I promise you it is in safe hands.
Okay.
If you want to do an insight check, Tia, you
I do.
absolutely can.
I most certainly do.
I was gonna say.
If anyone
that's
else
in
is
character.
suspicious of his intention, you can also roll an insight check.
Bit.
I'll roll insight.
And
Go
I
for it.
have proficiency.
Well, what did you roll though?
That's the real question. What did you roll?
I got a nasty 20.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's tough.
My roll is 16 total.
That's good too.
Insight, right?
Insight, yep.
12.
12? Okay. Anybody else, or are you all good? Okay. Tia and Keerla, both of you sense no ill will coming from him. The only strange thing of note that you might pick up is a genuine, intense curiosity about the unknown arcana that could be from this location.
That's so innocent.
So he's a freak.
Whoa,
he
whoa,
he
whoa.
loves history and arcana. That's what he lives for.
Like I said, his job.
He
Not you
Still
calling
has
him
his-
a freak.
Can we get a quote for that?
Really
please?
quick, I will describe Aruk again. About 6'5", he's a half orc, so he has two smaller tusks protruding with gems like embedded into his tusks. Wearing the same elegant red robe, but there is a flourish, almost like a fleur-de-lis, across his heart.
Oh, so he kind of hot.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm also not saying he's not bad.
Oh, he a freak. Gosh.
The gems, the
What?
gems in his teeth. That guy was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
He keeps his hand extended towards you, Galen.
I don't even remember if I picked it up, but
I believe you did.
okay. Well, I'll hand it over.
If not, I'm gonna say you did, and then we'll just progress from there.
Yeah, exactly. I give it to him.
He takes it from you. This is definitely of the same make. Kind of holds it up, and you watch as for a second his eyes flash purple, and you recognize the casting of an identify spell to understand what this is. More arcana imbued in this one than the last one. I'm not quite sure what that means, but thank you. And he tucks it into a small pouch on his waist. A pouch that has an opening large enough for it to go in, but is not large enough to fully contain it. And you imagine it as a small bag of holding that he tucks it into. He then reaches into the same bag and pulls out a pouch and hands it to you, Galen. Consider it a finder's fee. And he hands out the gold for you. Inside is 1,000 gold pieces.
All
He's
right.
would go right now.
We will be
No.
spending. Oh, sorry.
Who's just saying no to AG? Sorry.
Okay.
What did he say?
Arut continues. Arut continues. We will be spending the day here. In the morning, we can teleport you all back to Arcadia. That way, you don't need to travel. By all means, please rest up, and we'll bring you to Arcadia. Oh, I almost forgot. Argivus, High Magistrate Argivus, wishes to speak
Right.
with you all when we arrive in Arcadia. So, please prepare yourself for that. He has many questions about the state of this project.
Argivus wants to talk to us.
Yes? You could say you're up and comers.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
This is akin to the mayor of a city being like, I want to talk to those weirdos.
Yeah, he's a very important guy.
We will spend time here researching. When we are done, I will come find you in the morning and we will leave. Thank you all again
Sounds
for your
good.
help. We appreciate it greatly.
Okay.
Thank you. Don't have to go through the forest again. Ceistyl kind of goes really close to him, like out of nowhere, kind of just
Uh-huh.
flies
Cool.
forward. Yeah. I didn't go through that forest again.
Are we talking about
The
the forest or
Steelwood
the
Forest
hole?
is quite upsetting. I apologize. I will leave this to you all. And he turns and leaves.
Ceistyl goes over to like cuddle up on Brynth's shoulder just to hang out because she's remembering the forest.
And I'll just like hold her little tiny hand.
I hadn't even considered going through that again.
We had to go through a
So
forest.
grateful.
The
I
Steelwood
never
Forest,
want
the
to see
strange,
that
like,
again.
Twisting amalgamation, like how the forest was like another living,
We
breathing
does not
entity.
remember this.
Oh, okay.
What was that? You
So
don't
you all-
remember it?
Tia does not remember this.
Oh,
forest.
okay. I was like,
I think Rip
AG
remembers.
didn't wake us
I
up when he
remember.
heard giant
Tia does not
footsteps.
remember the forest. You are making up stories, my friend.
You gambled with like a bunch of dwarves like every night.
Can I go gamble with them now? Actually,
They're not here.
Ceistyl like looks over at Tia and he goes,
that's a good point. Actually, let's go find them.
No. Professor Thainsbane told us to rest up, so that's what we should do. Because I don't know
"Can we
about
go back
you.
into town? Can I go see my friend?"
Yeah, if you guys want to do that,
The
absolutely.
bakery girl.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, assuming that you all are dividing the gold, everyone gets 200 gold pieces.
Right. Let me add that to my
Correct my
inventory.
notes real quickly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. mhm.
Almost makes up for the
Mhm.
fortune I spent on that core.
Bro, how
Alrighty.
much money I got now? I don't.
So moving forward, you all leave the very tense atmosphere of these 5 or 6 dwarves who are all armed, kind of tucked up against the side of the wall, looking at you all as if you've emerged from like the maw of this great beast. And they give you a wide berth as you leave, traveling up through this twisting cavern of mines. You eventually reach the opening of the third shelf and walk up to the guard's post that separates the third shelf from the first shelf. They take a second and assume the same position where one in front and one behind you guys. They open up the gate and guide you through the second shelf in a manner that would make sure that no one could split off from the group. As you move through this second shelf, you hear the noises of innovation and the process of creation and explosions and tinkering and all other manners of sounds. The smell of gunpowder and metal and fire is thick. As you move forward up to the gate to the second, or to the, oh, what's up? Oh, I can't hear you. I think you're cutting out, so sorry. Oh, you're coughing. I'm so sorry. Discord was cutting it out. Got it. You get to the gate leading to the first shelf, and they hand you off to the other guards, and you are free to explore the first shelf of Roken, where most of the shopping and housing district is. As a reminder to you all, there's the Rock and Stone Bakery where Alira, the deep gnome, worked. There is Still Grey Inn, which is a housing location that you guys could rest at. Gem Cut Potions, Steel Split Salvage, and the Lone Wanderer.
I want to go to the salvage.
The salvage?
Yeah, I want to see if I can take these. I think it was 3 or 4 gems that I got,
Yeah, you did get a couple of gems.
and I want to see if I can trade them in for some nice gear.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do a side quest.
Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, you had a bag of 9 gems, like a small bag that was inside of the bag of holding that you guys turned inside out.
I think we split that up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got-
yeah, you probably did. Each of the I'm just gonna cut forward. Each of the gems is worth 50 gold. If you guys want to notate that near your gems.
Nice.
So Tia is going to Steel Split Salvage. Is anyone else going anywhere?
What were the options again?
So there's Steel Split Salvage. There is Gem Cut Potions. It's a small shack built into the side of the wall that is actually overgrowing with vegetation. It's one of the only places that has a severe sense of vegetation down here underground. And then there's Rock and Stone Bakery, as well as the Still Grey Inn.
The last thing was an inn.
I'll probably go to the
Yep.
the potion shop.
Okay. And
I'll probably go
I'm so
there
sorry.
too.
And the Lone Wanderer, which is run by your friend Rawson, who is your guide through the steel.
Oh, never mind. I'm going there.
All right. So Tia, we're gonna start with Tia, then we'll go to Keerla, and then we'll go to Galan. So Tia, you walk into the large white pavilion with its beautiful marble pillars that are supporting no ceiling. It is an open plan. The design being the back of the shop built into a wall, and then this beautiful front just completely open to the atmosphere. That nasty scar of a split in the middle of the pavilion carves its way through the town or through the pavilion. As you walk forward, you do see a new dwarf you had met with Galrox. This is a new dwarf who sees you and cheerfully waves. Hello, welcome to Steel Split Salvage. How can I help you?
Hi, how's your day going?
It's all right. My brother is making something new. And you hear ting, ting, ting in the background.
What's he making?
A commission axe for the guard. I'll do the rune work on it when he's done. I'm more into the delicate work, not the manipulating of hard metals like he is.
Tell me about runes. Why is magic so special?
Well, it can imbue an ordinary item with amazing abilities such as elemental prowess, the ability to stay sharp and sharper than a normal piece would be able to. I have seen some who are skilled enough to create returning weapons, imbue with other abilities. The essence of magic and the reason why it is important to our culture is it's an expression of freedom and artistry.
Interesting. We were taught to hate magic and that it's corrupt.
You must be a Parthian.
What gave it away?
The hatred of magic. He kind of
never get
nods
that
to
a lot.
himself.
I nod while turning my head away. Yeah. But more recently, as much as I hate to admit it, I am noticing that I am lacking in power.
It can be quite beneficial, especially to an adventurer, I'd imagine. Were you looking for enchantment work? I'm currently open.
Well, congratulations on meeting your first deity.
There's a twist of expression for a moment, and then it vanishes.
I'm looking for a weapon befitting my stature.
You are a monk, yes?
Yes.
I regret to say it is hard to enchant some physical body pieces. However, you are able to use staffs in that nature. I may be able to work with something like that. He goes on to explain a little bit. Were you looking for a specific like enchantment, such as like to improve your ability to hit, or like giving a small elemental ability to it, or what were you looking for?
I kind of want gauntlets.
Oh,
Like
gauntlets.
fisticuffs.
Okay.
Gauntlets or godlets?
Godlets. Godlets. Let's go.
No, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Anyways, gauntlets, yeah.
He considers it. I have known of an enchantment. I saw it once when I was studying an old dwarven enchantment. It was quite difficult to do, but it did allow the bearer to hit in a distance farther away from them, such as if you were only to hit right in front of you, it could go 10 to 15 feet out from them. However, I must warn you, it is quite expensive since it is a hard enchantment to do.
I slowly take out, because I have 4 of them, right?
Mhm.
I slowly take out each crystal. I know these aren't worth much, but how far will this get me?
Assuming you provide the gauntlets, you would be looking at about 5,000, 6,000 gold.
That's a little out of my pouch at the moment.
I apologize. The enchantment is unfortunately quite difficult, so I must charge. And the gems it requires, while you do possess some, it requires a higher cut. I'm afraid. I can. He reaches over and pulls out another set of gauntlets. I can imbue these for a slightly cheaper cost, say around 2,000, to give you an elemental protection, a resistance against fire or cold.
What's the highest durability enchantment you have?
Well, again, it depends on how much you're willing to spend, but it would be upwards of 15 to 20,000.
I have 400 gold and these 4 magic gems.
He thinks to himself for like a second. I can, and he kind of looks at the gauntlets and looks at you.
I also did clear everything that was going downstairs, by the way.
So how much? Oh, that's a good note. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, can I do charisma?
Yeah, it's charisma plus if you're proficient.
Oh, I am proficient in charisma. Ooh. And is that D20? So persuasion.
Tia got that riz.
So it's 3 plus 2, which is 5. Do I have advantage?
No. The check is coming from the fact that you mentioned this.
Got a 15.
15's not bad.
Okay.
In appreciation of helping out the city of Vorokan, I could imbue these gauntlets with the ability to move, say, a little faster, say 10 feet. So it would increase your movement speed by 10 feet. For, unfortunately, all the money that you have, honestly, I'm working at a loss.
I'll buy you a drink next time I'm in town.
Wonderful. Come back in a few hours, I should have it done. He takes the gauntlets away from you and walks into the back.
Wow.
There's a small moment of arguing between the two brothers in Dwarvish, and then
Wait a
silences.
minute, because
Do
I
you speak Dwarvish?
I want to hear the conversation.
You hear Galrox go, "Why are you in my space? Leave me alone. You know how I am when I work. I must need the space. I have a customer. I must work on this. He is paying well." That's a lie. And he takes the gauntlets and sits at his station.
I chuckle to myself, making a note to pick flowers for these dwarves when I pick up the gauntlets.
Oh, that's nice. Anything else?
Can I do like an investigation check to see if like there's a specific thing that calls out to me or something that I myself or my character would distinctly picked up?
Sure. I'm just gonna dissuade the roll really quick. At this point, with your money spent, nothing appears to be grabbing your attention.
We need to talk about money.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
He said, "I'm about to steal."
12.
Please let it be bad.
Without an experienced arcane practitioner by your side to point out the valuables, your eye is currently not allowing you to see.
Wait, what was it?
He rolled a 12.
Oh.
Oh man, because I definitely want to steal like a ring
There-
or something.
There are some beautiful pieces, like rings and such, but you're just not sure of their abilities or what they might be worth.
Yeah, let's do a stealth check.
What?
So it'll be a sleight of hand to see how subtly you can grab something.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm so glad I'm not there right now.
Can
Because,
can I do this with an item close to the door or the exit?
So there are no doors. It is an
Okay.
open pavilion. The entire space is essentially like 30 feet cube open, and then there's a back room built into a wall. So like everybody can see inside of the shop,
Gotcha. I picked up
which
the
makes
wrong
this a fairly high DC
18 second.
total. Okay, high, low, good, bad.
high good? Oh god, no.
You were so
Damn it.
lucky. I rolled 55.
Let's
So it
go,
just
baby!
barely lands on the high. You swipe something, not quite sure what you have acquired, and notice for the moment that the guard stationed about 60 feet away is rubbing his eyes. You pocket whatever you took and quickly, nonchalantly walk your way out of the pavilion.
And I'm gonna keep it in that pocket until we leave.
Got it.
And you're the worst.
Keerla. You walk up to this
Straight up.
beautiful, it's weird to see like a little old woman's cottage built out of stone and covered in moss. But that is what you see approaching you, as well as a sign. Oh, are you going with her?
Yeah.
Gotcha. As well as a sign carved into the side of the wall reading gem cut potions. Pushing the door open, you hear no bell of a sound, but you do notice that it brushes against a couple of plants that are kind of potted nearby, and they begin to glow a beautiful orange light that illuminates the entire room. A small dwarvish woman walks out and sees you all. Oh, hello. It has been a moment since I've had visitors that are not from Veroken. Can I help you, lovely ladies? I am Derlian Tidesteep.
Hello, Derlian. We were just we came here on an assignment, and I noticed you have such a lovely shop with so many plants, and in such a place with low light. It was very interesting to me, and I wanted to pop by and take a look around.
Oh, thank you so much. You must have an eye for growing. I can't say too many down here do understand the trouble I go through. You do notice that she appears to have inscribed these beautiful runes into the wall, and you being a person of nature and arcana, a touch of both sides of this world, understand that she has painstakingly developed something that appears to be producing natural sunlight in this room.
Dang.
I have spent most of my life with the desire to bring a touch of the outside world into Veroken. We lost much when we sealed our doors, but it sounds like we're slowly moving in the right direction. I do appreciate Arcadia's stance and willingness to bend a little to the demands of the council. That being said, I do sell some ordinary things and some not so ordinary things that you can't find out there. She pulls a small collection of gemstones and sets them down, but as you look at them, they're not gemstones, they're geodes. And the inside shines with this beautiful prismatic style. She slides it over. These are called chronoxes. Imbuing them in a potion makes them incredibly strong. And increases the duration. I don't know if any of you are proficient with the ability to brew, but they are a mineral that we mine, and I believe is only native to Veroken.
And how much do you sell these for?
100 gold pieces. They are, unfortunately, quite rare. I do sell other natural pieces, and she gestures to the wall behind her. You see health potions, you see some metal pieces that are shining, almost like electricity is trapped inside of them, and a few other things, just like a herbalist's dream that somehow was created in the underground.
Yeah, I would say that Keerla is like overwhelmed, but in a nice way, like
Sure.
kid in a candy shop, sort of like I'm having a great time being here.
She does push forward a few other potions. There's a potion of Miner's Strength that increases the user's strength and constitution by 2 points for 10 minutes. She's selling that for 75 gold pieces. She also has some greater healing potions that she's selling for 100, and and some other healing potions, the standard healing potions, for 50 gold.
Okay, I think that because I haven't spent really like any of my money yet,
Sure.
I think I can buy a little bit of stuff.
Absolutely. What do you want to acquire?
I think I like the idea of that,
Chronox?
because I'm, Yes, I'll take one of those and also the mining strength potion if I can
Got
get
you.
both of those.
She sets them both aside. Do you want to buy any healing potions? Do either of you want to buy healing potions while you're here?
I might take 2 regular healing potions.
Sure. So she sets aside a Chronox piece, 2 healing potions, and the potion of minor strength, which totals up to 275 gold pieces.
Okay. That is manageable for me.
Thank you so
That's
much
within
for your
budget.
business. It is great to see new faces, especially those who
Yes.
appreciate my efforts. You've spoken with her for a little bit. Really, she just wants somebody to be proud of the accomplishments that she's created Sunshine Underground. She's
I'm
very
very
proud
proud
of
of her.
herself, and it's one of those things that she tells it to people, and they go, "Okay." And like,
I think it's amazing. I mean, that the thought of a potions shop with such greenery in this mountain immediately was like something that piqued my interest. So
she bows to your appreciation. It is wonderful again to meet outsiders with such knowledge. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. She's getting older and
Thank you so
older the
much.
more I voice her.
Can I pick up one of the greater healing potions? I just think
Yep,
that
100 gold pieces.
yeah, you can have it. That puts me down to like.
She sets it aside to you. Just as a note, standard healing potions do 2d4 plus 4, or 2d4 plus 2. Excuse me, 2d4 plus 2 for the standard healing potions. The greater one that you bought, Ceistyl, is 4d4 plus 4.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds good.
You roll 4d4, and then you add 4 to that total.
4 dice of 4 sides.
So this guy right
Four
here, the
mentions.
little pyramid guy,
Aforementioned.
you roll this 4 times, and then you add 4 to that total.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, 4. I see you, buddy. Okay.
really quick, what was that? It's a Krona?
I'll send. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. It's Kronyx. Chronox. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but I made the word up. So who
No,
cares?
I had it as a C, so
Yeah.
I was not also there either.
I'm just gonna be weird for a second. The inspiration was Kronos, the god of time, because it's increasing the duration and the abilities of the ocean. So
Yeah,
You're so smart.
I
love
like
it.
stupid nerdy things. Really quick before we get to you, Galan, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. If we want to take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's
take a break.
Yeah, we've been here for like
Good
an hour and a
halfway
half.
point.
so-
Hour and a half. We'll take a
Ish.
quick break. We'll be back in a little bit, guys.
Okay.
Thank you again for hanging out. We really appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good time and enjoying hanging out with us. Again, we understand we stream a little bit later, so if you need to go to bed, by all means, take care of yourself. The VOD will be up soon on our YouTube channel, Six Sided Stories.
Yes, it'll actually
our
save
Spotify
this
account.
time.
Oh, yeah, Spotify account, as well as Apple Podcasts. Is that the other one?
Wherever
it's-
It's
podcasts
wherever
are
you
found.
find podcasts.
Yeah, thank you, Caleb, for doing all that work behind the scenes.
Yay! I click and I drag and I upload.
We'll be back in a little bit. Make sure you drink water, get up, go to the bathroom, take your meds, do whatever you
Alright.
gotta do. We love you
will
dearly.
be right back.
No, but I'm about to. Do you need it? And I'm also not muted.
welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging in with us as we took our break. Got water. We're all good to go. All right, so we're gonna move on to. It's really funny, JD. We're gonna move on to Galan and AG. JD, AG. Oh my gosh, man! Every time. As you guys head towards the
Intentional.
Lone Wanderer. This is the shop run by the dwarf that you accompanied his caravan through the Steelwood Forest. His main goal or job was to bring things back that Verokin could not source internally. So you move through the town and eventually get to the point where you find the somewhat run-down shop with a sign that's kind of almost breaking off a hinge that reads The Lone Wanderer. But there are lights on inside the shop. It appears to be.
All right.
You push the door and it opens with a creak. You hear as the door slowly curls open to a well-furnished environment, if not a little flustered. Rawson, reading a small novel, looks up. Ah, it's you all. It's good to see you again. And he sets his book down. How were your adventures? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're all right and things are moving forward with your journey. How can I help you all? This is my shop, The Lone Wanderer. Kind of gestures to the slightly overcrowded back room behind him and the few chairs and table that's set up on the interior. A general shop. Mainly, I offer supplies to those who aren't from Arcadia, so I might not have a whole lot for you all, but hopefully you find something enjoyable. You look around, and a lot of the things here are. Oh, so sorry. I'm trying to fiddle with my music, and I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I know. There we go.
Elevator music.
Yeah. Boop, ba-doop, bop. You look around and you do notice that he has a few knickknacks you gather probably from his travels. A strange set of dice, weird set of playing cards, a JD, a small like wooden doll with too large of a head carved on top of it. That's like sitting on
muted
its
on
side.
OBS.
So that's
Caleb, I think you're muted.
I know.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Oh.
Uh,
More awkward silence.
It's because I
As I
forget
had a
that I have
one-side
two
conversation.
different places to mute and unmute.
Galen
Good
just
thing I can
spoke
read
a little
lips,
bit
yeah,
with
okay.
with Rawson and told them about the mushrooms that they were finding, and asked the kind of shop he runs.
Yeah, basically, it wasn't anything crazy.
He does have a few necessary items, such as rations, some like what's the word? Jerkied meat that preserves well and keeps for a long time. He also has some seeds that he gives out to people to plant, such as like carrots and things like that to grow underground. Honestly, a lot of this is not really things that you guys need. It's more for the residents that are here. He does, however, pull out something. Now, I don't normally show this to others because, well, to be honest, I like it a lot and I don't want to part with it. But, and he pulls out a small pendant and sets it on the table. I found this one trip through the Steelwood Forest. I think it might be of interest to you. And as thanks for all that you have done for me in securing the lives of my men and myself, it would mean a lot if you took it. And he kind of awkwardly, in the manner of a man who's not comfortable with his own emotions, pushes the gem across towards you, or the pendant towards you.
Abby.
Thank you. Oh, Abby's about to cry.
I didn't mean to make her cry. I
She's not
apologize.
actually gonna cry, but she's making that face.
One
Uh,
tear. 1,
Anyway,
2.
anyway.
AG and Galan, give me history checks. AG, you have advantage.
Oh, ooh. How do I have advantage?
Roll twice, take the higher number.
But like, why do I have?
Yeah, that-
advantage?
Bro, you were there. That's why.
You're old.
Oh.
He called you old.
Who's to say?
And it's a good thing you do have advantage because I rolled an 8.
History. I only got 18, but that's still pretty good. I
That's
guess.
18's
very
pretty
good.
good. Looking at this pendant, it is familiar to you. You recall, your memory's still really hazy, but you remember a man that you were assigned to, that you were helping with, walking around with this pendant kind of looped like how a stopwatch or a pocket watch would be looped in his pocket with the chain slightly dangled up into his robe. You're not quite sure what it does, but you do remember him at one point thinking he had lost it and quickly checking and finding that he had it and being reassured that it was on his person still. So most likely important.
This is like a memory.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you, like, when a word's on the tip of your tongue and you finally get it, like that little bit connects and you remember this.
Oh. This is bringing back some type of memory.
A memory. Of what?
I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I've seen someone have this that they thought it was really important. They had it on them all the time.
What
I
does
can't-
it look like? I think is a good question.
So it's a pendant with a small golden chain dangled through, like topped through a small ring on the top of it. The pendant itself bears a marking of an owl with a crown grasping what appears to be scrolls in its claws.
Ooh,
I'm
sorry.
you
can I
recognize
use,
it?
like, common knowledge.
What?
Because I can see on the map an owl with a crown on it.
Oh, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
It is similar, but not the same as the Arcadian symbol.
Ah.
Interante.
The Walmart version.
No.
That's not it.
It appears to
I
be
know, the
more
opposite,
elegant.
probably, yeah.
I was
Same,
sitting here,
but
like,
different.
dying.
Exactly.
I was sitting here and I was like, oh my gosh. And
The most important note, apart from that, is that inscribed in a language that neither of you speak. Actually, I apologize, JD or AG, you would speak this. In Ancient Common, not Common, is written the Arcadian Cavalcade Masters of the Sky, just as a script underneath it.
Well then,
That's cool.
It says
it's
what?
all coming together.
The Arcadian Cavalcade Masters of the Sky.
What's a cavalcade again?
Like a oh my gosh, now I can't think of what the word is.
like an army.
Yeah, but like
Like
a
a
collection
platoon?
of something. like a collection of pieces.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Let me just make sure I actually use cavalcade right.
That's how old he is.
how you spell that word?
Fact check.
CAVALCADE.
Yeah.
A form of
I was so
procession of
close.
people. So more of like a parade, but like a more formal sense of it.
It's like Valkyries.
Like the wording would be, especially you, AG, the wording would have been used in a sense of like, we are proud of who we are. We are the Arcadian Cavalcade, a procession of mages. That kind of thing.
That means it's definitely not pre-reset.
And I'm the only one that can read this.
Yes. You were also
Okay.
the only one that could read on the ruins where it said a second verse shall inherit a new Eros.
Oh yeah. True.
Both written in Ancient Common.
It's a good thing I rolled well with advantage. Wait, so I guess I tell Caleb. Wait, how do you say it? I can't-
The Arcadian Cavalcade, Masters of the Sky is what it reads.
that I tell him that that's what it says.
There's a
What?
moment as
Interesting.
Rawson realizes that this has worth, and he kind of fidgets to himself slightly. Well, I guess I could let it go for 50 gold pieces. He kind of tucks it to himself, like sets it aside to you guys, but is like clearly like squirmish about asking this.
Oh, now you want money.
I didn't realize its value.
Well,
Do not torture this poor man.
I'm not going.
It's still a deal.
First of all, you're not here. Okay,
No, this is Abby talking.
you are not here.
She came through. She's coming through the screen.
Anyway, are there any like other? I have a reason for this. Are there any other like little trinkets around the room?
Yes, several,
Okay.
including dice, gaming sets, all sorts of like. Basically, he finds things and he goes, "Yes, this," and like puts it in his little collection box.
Okay.
Is there a D20 in the dice set?
Strangely, there's a D19.
What? What?
I'm gonna buy the dice set,
All right, cool.
and I'm gonna give him
Uh,
the 50 gold for the pendant.
he just takes the 50 gold and hands you the dice set as well.
Thank you.
I apologize for going back and forth, but I did not realize it was such a valuable artifact.
That's okay.
Hopefully, it brings you good use. I appreciate you being willing to put up with. And he's like very red in the face. He's already kind of always ruddish, but like he's like kind of tucking into himself and being very awkward about this whole exchange. Excuse me.
Anyway,
Thanks.
I grab him, put him in my bag for now.
Got it. Who took the pendant? Just out of curiosity.
I was insinuating that I took the pendant,
Okay, cool.
especially
Just
because I
wanted to make sure.
paid.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anything else you guys want to do?
That's it.
All right. I'm gonna skip back to Keerla and Ceistyl, and then we'll all say that you guys meet up at the end.
Time.
Moving forward towards the Rock and Stone Bakery, you notice that it is bustling, but again, getting to that point where it is about to close. You do see a line of dwarves kind of getting shuffled out as they appear to be getting ready to close their doors for the day. You realize at this point that it's actually probably getting towards evening.
Probably should
Hard to tell being
in,
underground.
I suppose. I'm pretty exhausted as it is.
I wonder if Alira's busy. Probably very busy.
Who?
I don't want to bother her. But
Looking in through the window, you notice the small gnomish girl
Oh.
finishing up her pieces of her desk and doing a quick wipe down and kind of getting a few pieces together and tucking a little rucksack around her back and starting to walk out the door. Oh, hi. I didn't see you all. Sorry, we're closed. I can't make anything for you guys right now.
oh no, I just wanted to let you know that we're back from our small adventure, and thank you. The pastries you gave us came in handy.
Oh, it's kind of funny thinking that my pastries went on an adventure. I'm glad they helped out. If you guys need anything, I'd imagine you're probably leaving here soon. But if you need anything before you go, especially, well, really, if you need pastries, let me know. That's about what I can help with.
She is enchanted.
So precious.
Necessarily, could I wanted to give you something.
Oh, okay. She's kind of sitting there, like, kicking on her heels a little bit.
Can I think I got one gem. Can I give her the gem?
Sure, absolutely. You produce this gem, and she takes it from you and kind of, this is beautiful. You found it down there?
Yeah, well, inside something that we defeated. You're
Oh.
safe, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I've never seen one of these gems before. Normally, you just see them on the carts as they roll them up the mine. Tucks it to her chest. Thank you. I like it a lot.
You're welcome. I don't know if we'll be back in the morning for pastries, but if not, this is, we're heading out towards Apotheos Vale
Oh,
soon,
that's
so it's kind
that's
of far
far.
from here. Yeah.
Be safe. Come back sometime.
Okay. thanks for all your help, and keep. I'll come back for a pastry sometime.
I'll hold you to that. I'm gonna go now. My mom needs my help, and she kind of turns and does the little kid like scatter run, where she's like running really like her arms are kind of going like crazy.
How old is this?
In gnomish years, she's like 11, 12. She's like a little kid.
A child.
A child.
I don't think
Sorry.
I realized that she was a kid.
Yeah, I don't
she's
think
like-
any of us did.
She's like young. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, she's like
You're good.
She's like
No, that's fine. But yeah.
I mean, she was definitely always friend in my brain, but I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
I
okay.
realized that she was
There's
like
nothing wrong with being friends.
Child.
with her.
12.
I didn't realize it was a child.
yeah,
a child.
a child.
Child.
Only thing one
Yes.
worse, a child.
Okay, anyway, we
Yeah.
should probably head to the inn now.
Yeah, sure.
As you all
What?
kind of go ahead.
No, I was just thinking that I don't know if there's probably like a lot of gems down there. They have a lot of rocks and stuff like that, but maybe it
Wait,
could help
from
with her
her
family. I don't
reaction,
know.
she has never had one, and it's most likely something that she has never like. It's something that like like when you're a little kid and you see a really expensive toy and you're like, wow, that's really cool, but like you can't afford that, and so like she like has one of these things now. Like she could sell it for money, but she probably never will. Like she's like
She's about
holding
to
on to
cry
it like
again.
a treasure.
She'll be a very old lady with this little gem that you gave her.
I'm
Whatever
so sorry,
you said,
Abby.
I don't
didn't
think
mean
the
to-
mic cut it off.
Don't
I'm so
apologize.
sorry, Abby.
Keep going. Keep going.
Let's go
Okay.
to bed.
All right, you all
Milk it.
coalesce in the Still Gray Inn. This building made of massive gray stones with a chiseled image of a roaring hearth fire and curled letters stating the name of the inn. You push through kind of a small door that kind of like on the ground like rubs against the ground, so it's a hard push to get inside. Low ceilings. Some of you have to duck down to get your bodies inside of this place. And you notice that there's a pair of two gnomes sitting behind the counter. A man and a woman. The man calls out, "Oh, hello, welcome to the Still Gray Inn. How can I help you all?"
I go, AG, make sure to shut the door.
I might shut the door.
Gosh.
I couldn't resist it. I'm sorry.
There was something going on pre-stream with
yeah,
the shut
yeah.
the door.
They still don't realize
Anyways.
how much of an inside joke this is.
Gosh. Moving on. My name is Tylius Kent. How can I help you all?
We need
Tylius
some
Kent.
rooms for the night.
Wonderful. How many will you be needing?
2.
To
I
be
kind of look at
honest,
everybody
we
else, hoping they agree with me.
Probably need 3 if you're gonna double bunk.
I mean, he
we're
doesn't
not-
need a bed. The robot.
Oh, goodness. I mistook you for a
Hey, I'm
moment.
here.
He like takes his glasses off and like rubs them clean and puts them back on his face. Goodness. I've never seen a kind like you. Well, if that's the case, we have two rooms that are built for taller folks such as yourselves. And it seems like you have a couple of you that's are more accustomed to our accompaniments. So we could rent you out 2 rooms if you want.
Okay. I mean, yeah. 2 rooms.
It'll run you 2 gold for the night for both rooms.
We're just gonna
2
leave
each or 2 total?
AG in the hallway.
No. He's gonna be in my room. He's gonna be in
Yeah,
my room.
I'm trying to figure out where I would
You
give myself a little power
I'm
down.
sure there's a chair.
Yeah. There's a spot for you.
Yeah. You don't have to be in the hallway.
It's like a queen. It's a
So
double.
anyway, I'm sorry.
queen
Was
bed.
it 2 gold for each room?
For both rooms.
For
For
both?
both rooms.
Okay, so 4 total.
Gold apiece.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, I got you.
1 gold for both rooms.
All right, I'll pay that.
Takes the money. Thank you very much. We'll have breakfast for you in the morning. If you need anything, ask either or Tylius myself. Thank you for your
What's
patronage.
her name's Edith?
Edith and Tylius Kent.
Sorry.
You notice that there's a few dwarves kind of milling about in the tavern. They have a couple of cups with them, and you didn't notice it when you first walked in, but there is a beautifully carved fireplace that appears to just be this ornate piece that is very much the focal point of the room. All the chairs are kind of set up in a way that you always have a view of it, and it's kind of set in a manner that like this is the piece of the room. Gives off a beautiful warmth to the room that would normally be very cold due to the gray stones that are almost oppressive, if not for this beautiful light. He hands you 2 small brass keys. You go up to your rooms. One has ceilings about 4 feet. The other has standard ceilings for the taller folk.
That was not how I imagined splitting the rooms, but that works.
Wait, what?
There's one room that has standard ceilings. The other room is ceilings about 4 foot tall with smaller beds.
All right. Well, good night.
I'm gonna go down and gamble with some of the dwarves for an hour or two.
Sure.
I'm
I'm
going
not
to
going to
my
fully
room.
roleplay it. Give
That's
me
fine.
3 persuasion checks.
3.
Or give me persuasion or sleight of hand, your choice.
Let's do persuasion because
This is going to be the gauge of like how much money you make or lose.
I'm trading with my rocks here, by the way.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do before bed? Just checking while Tia's making the rolls.
No, I'm actually waiting to go to bed because I'm doing something in the morning.
Valid.
I got a nat 20, baby.
Yo.
Okay. What was
So
your other
plus
2
5,
rolls?
That's 25.
Your other 2 rolls?
7,
Okay.
22.
Okay. So the 22 and the 7 kind of cancel each other out. The nat 20, I'm going to say you net yourself 30 gold.
Nice.
Plus the 5 for the
Total, you net yourself 30 gold.
proficiency.
Just take the money.
I have no
A
money left.
conniver.
I
Yeah,
have
you
no
literally
money
spent
left.
all your money.
I
So
know.
I
like yeah.
literally only have 30 money.
I
yeah.
know.
So yeah, you managed to get yourself in and with some quick, you didn't cheat, but you definitely made your presence known of a very good hand that was terrible. So you managed to bluff your way up to getting a pot. You lose a hand, and then you bring yourself back with an amazing, beautiful array of cards and get yourself a good portion of the pot.
That is what we call godlike.
Anything else before we go to the evening?
It's sleepy time.
Okay. So who all took Bones of the Wish Dragon?
I did.
I freaking tried.
Keerla, you didn't take one, right?
Keerla did not take one. She was
Okay.
the smartest
I
one
did
of
not
us
take
all.
one.
AG, I'm gonna say this does not affect you.
Oh, lovely. You
Robot.
get so many outs, bro.
Sometimes, yeah. Tia,
Galan, hold my hand. Galan, hold my
as you
hand.
No.
sleep,
Don't
you
touch me.
find yourself in this liminal space,
Oh, I
in a
love liminal
man's-
spaces.
an immense feeling of weightlessness, and you look around and notice that you are among stars.
Is the baddie there?
See,
You
I
do
feel,
see. Go ahead.
Well, wait.
I feel like the taking the dragon bones isn't like. You don't need to confirm or deny, but I don't even think it's a bad thing. I just don't think Keerla would have done
No,
it.
she would
because
definitely not
of
have done it.
her, like-
I thought I was worried it was a bad
like I
thing.
think it's a good
but
thing.
My character in the
But-
pursuit of knowledge, of course, would take one.
Yeah, and Keerla, in
Right.
your position, you have an understanding that nature is not always kind to those who interact with it.
Yeah, and I just like things to have a balance. And I'm like, I'm not gonna
Exist in
take.
their own peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't
get
know
you.
that's
Joe
the
was
thing for it. We
curious.
didn't know it was a wish dragon.
Yeah, your god decided no.
I know.
Yes, I
Mom
did.
said no. I can't come play
Yeah,
with
mom
you
literally
today.
said no, that's not your toy.
So you can't come over anymore.
Tia, as you're floating
request
in
for
this,
paid.
as you're
If
floating in this liminal space of stars, it's strange. It's not like stars all around you. It's stars above you and then mirrored in this invisible water that you find yourself floating through.
Oh, sweet.
Looking forward, you notice an immense shape moving around the stars. Probably about 30, 40 feet long from head to tail. Strange spikes kind of floating off of its body on tendrils. The faceplate that blocks the eyes slips open, and you notice 8 milky white eyes
Ooh.
staring at you.
My goddess, is that you?
I bring knowledge,
I thought you were the god.
and it seems you understand slightly what I am.
Can I do
No.
insight check to see if this was the same person that I was talking to? Down
Yeah,
the
go for it.
hole?
Go for it.
I thought it was gonna be a Riz check. I was really scared.
Oh, we're about to find out. It might
It's like
be a
just like the
charisma check.
jawline thing. He's
My
mewing.
goodness.
Like,
Is that
It's a prerequisite roll.
what'd you get to you?
Proficiency.
Your jawline will never be as
What's
sharp as
11
mine.
plus 4?
Metallic
15.
jawline.
15. I got a 15.
This is the same creature. The same presence intrudes itself into your vision and your mind.
This is definitely. I'm so sorry. This is definitely giving me Donkey and the Dragon from Shrek.
That's definitely where it's going
He's
and
got-
not intended.
He's got
Thank
Uh,
you.
Oh, what's up, Shotty?
No!
shoddy like a melody.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No!
She is an immense celestial beast and she commands respect.
True. True.
Thank you.
True.
Take
I-
take a saving throw.
Unimpressed.
No, because I want
Go for
to.
it.
Look
What are
at
you gonna
Bryn's
say?
face, please. I'm begging you.
Brinth is, I'm not gonna like, Brinth herself is radiating the energy that this beast is having right now. Where it's just
Yeah,
like,
let's go.
Can I
it's
do
that
a
hand that's looking in the camera like,
Yeah.
Continue to you. I'm so sorry.
Can I do a persuasion check?
No.
You can certainly try. Go for it.
Don't want him. I want him to lose.
No natural 20.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Did you really roll a natural 20?
Yes, I did.
Okay. As you begin to speak, your mind fills with visions of the stars. Moving forward, you see shapes cloud in front of you, and the whisper, I am older than you could understand. I have seen things that will now haunt you. And you feel your vision twist as you see something immense in front of you. And you feel your body being pulled closer and closer. This vacancy of light. You watch as stars and planets disappear inside of it. Open your mind. And you feel a press on your forehead. And you wake up in your bed, sweat pouring across your chest.
Well,
Give me an
then-
investigation check really quick.
Oh no, please. I don't have proficiency.
Bro, you rolled
You
your dice
can't
a little too
always
close
have
to the sun.
proficiency.
I just want to point out that a 20 does not always mean success.
Yep. Yeah, where are those nat 20s?
That's terrifying.
I'm blowing
Bro,
up the
he's still
Roll the 20. on-
That looks like the feet.
What did you
I got
roll?
I got
A 6? Okay. Whatever oppression was put on your body, you are not sure the ramifications. You are slowly catching your breath as though coming out of a nightmare. Like one of those dreams where you feel like you're dying and your world is collapsing. But you are yourself. You have all your fingers, you have your hands, your feet, your body is yours. You are unsure what happened.
Good job not saying toes.
You just said it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wake up and try to find a bath and just not be here for a few hours.
You push your way into the hallway, and you remember as you were going up that Tylius had mentioned a small washroom, and you push your way in. Noticeably, there is no reflection for you to look into, no mirrors or anything like that.
Oh,
There's
okay.
water. No, sorry, not
That's
like
not-
you're a vampire.
that's
Not like you're a
not-
vampire. Yeah, no, just like no reflective surfaces to look into.
I'm about to say, when did I get cursed with here?
There is
Right.
wash bucket though that you can wash your
But
face
bringing
in.
to attention that he can't see his reflection might mean that there's something different about your reflection.
Who would insinuate such a thing? Who would do such a thing? What is the charge?
But you said there's no mirror.
Oh,
Now that I know that information, I don't
Brain-
know how to feel.
Bryn has the brain cell this round.
Yeah.
Real.
Maybe she always has the brain cell.
Real.
So, I don't want to bet.
Bryn is the brain
so
cell.
I'll just like. Is there like something I could do to like try to recover like?
Yeah,
mentally
you
or
splash your
physically?
face with water. You're calming down. Your heart rate's slowing down. It's just one of those moments where you wake up and you just feel terror across your body, like when your brain is like, "Hey, we need to make sure we can survive," and like your brain like kicks in your adrenal glands and everything like that. You're calming down now. You're reminding yourself that you're in a safe location. You are with companions that have your back.
Hey, Galan.
Yeah, and Galan.
Oh, believe me, he has your back.
Wow.
This
just will
reminds
never say
you
it out loud.
of the first time that you interacted with something other of an other world when you walked into that cave when you had first left your monastery. The same kind of emotions had been brought forth, and you linger on that memory before you push away and go, "Nope, I'm fine. I'm stronger than that," and you go back to your bed.
I'll
Galen,
try really hard not to
Oh
cry
yeah,
here.
my turn.
sorry, man.
You're just really good, man.
You wake up as well in this liminal space. This beast moving through the stars. The plate opens and the 8 milky eyes glance at you. You have walked in my realm before. You have crossed the celestial sea.
Quite a
An
few
impressive
times actually.
feat. Wonderful.
Are you the one who's
Do
been
you-
speaking to me? Sorry.
I am. Do you seek knowledge?
You know I do.
I can grant it.
There's only
If this thing could smile, it would. Ask your question.
For what price?
It is never certain. Even I, to a degree, cannot control it. It moves with the weight of the question and the weight of the answer.
What if the cost is too much?
Then you die. But knowledge, such as a question, is rather easy. Power, and you like can almost see like saliva forming. That's more.
There's only one thing.
You recall, Galen, I apologize.
Yeah, go for it. No, go
interrupting
for
you.
it. Go for it.
You recall when AG had touched that stone that held memories of the past, he saw a woman walk up to this caged beast. She seemed to have asked a question, and her body seemed to have been eviscerated in response.
People have died asking you questions before.
It is how you would say my livelihood.
What did they ask?
Give me an Arcana check or a History check if you don't mind, Galen.
Okay, let's see. Which one am I better at? Probably Arcana. Definitely
Little smart
Arcana.
wizard boy.
Arcana's kind of crazy. Okay, that is an unnatural 21.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a +8 on
Really
Arcana
good.
checks.
You
Please don't die.
you know what this creature is. You can't believe that it took you this long to get to this conclusion. It's a wish dragon. It's a creature that feeds off of granting wishes, but often with a cost. Whether twisted or simply paid in full.
have many things that I want to know, but something tells me I'm better off learning from somebody else.
An air of disappointment comes across its being. Surely one question couldn't hurt. It seems to almost twist its body around you.
But that's the thing. You and I both know that one question could destroy me.
And I know your mind.
I'm sure you do.
The question you want to ask will not cost your life, nor much of your being.
So you do know
But
the
it
cost.
will. I can weigh them. I have been doing this for a long time.
Look, I know you're a wish dragon. You want me to make this wish because you live off of it. Tell me the cost. And I'll give you...
So the game is played. She kind of moves away from you, the paws splashing in the invisible water. It will cost part of your intelligence for a mere time. I cannot guarantee how long.
Temporarily.
Yes.
Okay.
for it.
Time in relation to us or time in relation
That's a good
to
question,
Wish
but I don't
Dragon?
think she's gonna ask it. She's gonna answer it.
You want to give me an insight check?
Sure.
Lay that charisma, buddy.
I don't got charisma.
It's
Wait.
wisdom for this.
Oh, is it
What's
wisdom?
up, Ceistyl? What's up, Ceistyl?
No, this is Abby. Tim?
Yeah. I'm just a chill little guy.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway. Inside of
And a
18.
dragon.
18?
Yeah.
She genuinely does not know how long, but she believes that it is short relative to you.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Then I shall ask.
I'm giving you a lot because you know this. You know.
Yes.
You get its
I
mechanism.
succeeded in the Arcana check.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Then I'll ask my question. You say you know my mind. Then you know that I was on a journey that was brought to an abrupt halt. I want to know what caused it.
There's a swell, like the body seems to grow larger as you speak these words. Delightfully. The stars begin to shift as if somebody has put it on fast forward and you're watching time move across the face of the earth. Until finally, you see something massive. Eclipsed by what you would imagine a star, though the light is bending at the curves of its body. Faceless, the void stares at you. You hear her voice. This is what you saw. It does not like being perceived out of its own terms. Be warned. Its name, or at least what it has been called, is Entity. Now, Galan. Oh. She whispers the last word of awake, and you wake up. Your body not sweating, but you feel your heart rate boom, 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 going in your chest. You don't need an Arcana check, or an investigation check to notice.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
That right about here, you have a small tattoo of a star encircled.
Was that not already there?
No.
Okay. I could have sworn it was. But okay.
Oh, so sorry. Yes, I apologize. You did have it there.
Yeah, okay, I
I'm
was
so
like...
sorry. I forgot the notes that I gave you.
Yeah,
yes,
you told
do
me I
have
already
there.
had it.
You do notice, I apologize. You do notice that it is slightly colored yellow. Like the star itself is gaining
lovely.
color. One last moment passes in your brain. I need you to roll me a d4.
Oh, shoot. Where's my D4? There it is. One.
1.
Yeah.
Your intelligence is reduced by 2 points for a day.
Oh, I can live with that. Where does that put me? Like the main number or the modifier?
So
Stupid,
your
bro.
main number. If it's like 18, it's down to 16.
Well,
Does
it's
that mean
19, so I'm
Tia's
down to
smarter?
17.
Yep. So you drop from 4 to 3.
Okay.
So
For your
does
modifier.
Galen now speak less British accent now because he's
No,
dumber?
that had nothing
That's
to do
up
with
to
my
him.
intelligence, you idiot.
It feels as though your brain is fogged. Like there's putty and you have to push through it to make thoughts.
So it's like mine every day.
Yeah, every day.
I was gonna say, me in real life.
He's on
Yeah,
our
sorry,
level now.
sorry, neurodivergent people. I may have called you out.
Oh,
That's not
you
very
think,
nice.
you think Galen's not neurodivergent? Look at the guy.
Okay. That is all that comes to you this night. You understand that this thing that you had seen is called the entity. Or at least that has been the name it has been given. And it does not like to be perceived without its own consent.
Okay.
Anything
Same.
else you want to do before you go
Oh,
back to
sweet.
sleep?
Man, I don't know if he's going back to sleep.
Valid. It's been about 6 hours, by the way. You've been
Oh,
asleep
okay.
for about 6
Meanwhile,
hours.
Keerla is just like
Dozing.
sleeping
Down,
away.
Yeah,
chilling.
dozing. I
So
forgot you were in the
chilling.
room.
Yeah, it'd be
I'm
you,
just
Tia, and
dozing.
Keerla.
I was thinking when I
Wait.
first were like splitting up the rooms, I was thinking like Ceistyl and Keerla in one and the guys in the other, but like
Well, the
it's honestly a
small
lot
room
funnier
is
for the small rooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Ceistyl is just chilling and AG over there, like with a nice little hum.
Yeah.
So then plugged himself in. He's an iPhone.
Yeah. She's like
White
shaking a
noise
little
machine.
bit.
So before I go to bed,
I
back to
got
bed.
those sleep twitches.
I'm gonna.
I do have one more thing to do this evening.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Ceistyl. As you go to sleep,
Go get ready.
you dream of walking in a dark forest. A feeling of anxiety of not knowing where you are, of being lost. You remember home. You remember the woods surrounding the little temple that you and your family have maintained for generations. You remember those people that hated you for that and came and tried to destroy it several times. And as you think of these terrible memories, a great flame erupts in front of you and slowly manifests itself into the form of a young woman, probably about 22. Her feet and her whole body are a white campfire red and orange. She flickers. She slowly touches down on the ground. I know you're afraid. I know you're scared. But I'm always with you. Just keep me right here. And you watch as she extends her finger and a little flame enters your heart. And you feel warmth course through your body. You will always have my power. Just keep walking the path. She stares at you.
I think Ceystyl's kind of like definitely shaken, surprised but not upset. Very calmed by her presence, although kind of like I would say in awe,
Yeah.
for sure. Thank you. I never thought I would see you.
You're doing something really important.
Why am I
So-
here?
Well, you've seen it, partially. That place you were in, that thing you fought. It is a danger to this realm. I need... No, she catches herself. We need strong individuals to fight it off. You're near where my sister died. Please be careful. Her body begins to flicker.
Wait, who's your sister?
They'll be mad at me if I stay. And she kind of looks over her shoulder, and you see a woman standing behind a tree, robed with 3 purple eyes, watching this encounter. I know. I'm leaving. Keep walking the path, Ceistyl. And the fire fades into smoke. And you drift into a dreamless sleep. One correction, I apologize, I misspoke. She shouldn't have said you're near where my sister died. She should have said you're going to near where my sister died.
That is a big difference.
Yeah. And actually, give me a religion check.
I think I'm pretty religious. I've got...
Sometimes clerics don't take religion. It's fine.
No, I have a +3, but is that... Wait, if I have a dot next to it, that means...
You're proficient, so you add the 2 to that number, so it becomes a 5 total, so whatever you roll.
Bro, what have I been doing? Sorry. It's like I forget every time.
We take a decent break between, and like I religiously, like, I play this game a lot, so...
No, I know. I just like it's every time. I'm like
It's hard. It's every day, bro. Sorry.
Oh my god. Haven't heard that one in a
Thank you,
while.
Caleb, for laughing.
With this Disney Channel flow.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, 4.
6.
In the Disney Channel.
Hold on. Have advantage on that roll. I'll say
The
you
music
have
cut
advantage.
right before you said
You have advantage due to being in the presence of your god for a moment. I'll say. So go ahead and roll one more time.
Oh, thank God. I didn't blow hard enough. Clearly, this is
Abby,
D20.
no. Yeah, D20.
You gotta
Plus
say escalators too.
Did you
Escalators, escalators.
Did you put it in your mouth? Abby,
I
no!
saw that.
Abby, why did you put it in
What
your
was
mouth? Abby!
I just see.
Clip it.
Supposed to do that.
What
That
happened?
clip is titled Abby Eats or Die.
Worth it. I rolled a 15, so I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
Escalators.
You said it wasn't
After
supposed to
this
be in your
amazing
mouth.
cancellation of the tension that we had in this moment, let's bring it back in for a second. Yeah, okay, don't actually eat your die though, please.
Power of spit.
As you're slowly drifting away, you go, sister, her sister. Who could be her sister? And you kind of think for a moment. Your family is in a weird position being religious believers in the Feywild. They don't worship many gods, if any. And normally, the Everlight is not one of them. But you do remember one of the gods that they worship. It's the goddess of nature, the Wild Mother. And you remember, this is just due to the fact that you got an unnatural 20. You remember reading something about her influence fading. Her presence not being as strong. And with
In
that,
the
morning comes
Feywild?
to you all. Everywhere. It was like a weird book that your dad like found, and he had talked about how he had like slipped into the material plane at a certain point, and then like found the textbook, and he was really excited that you guys had more knowledge of the gods.
Huh. You said morning came?
Yeah, morning comes to you all. You all awake in various states of rest.
Well, I guess I'm up first. Well, you know
Did
what?
you go to sleep, Galen?
I did. I went back to sleep.
Okay, you did go back to sleep. Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you would.
I forgot to say
Did you-
anything, so I'm back to sleep.
He did?
You're good. Yeah, he went back to
Wow.
sleep.
Impressive.
That's fine.
Oh, he's
Morning
Like
comes.
Dad.
He's
You
a
can smell
stoic
the
guy.
scent of sausage, bacon, and the senseless but ever knowing presence that porridge will be on that table.
Heck yeah, bro.
Did I smell it too?
Flies out of
No,
the
he
bed.
did not.
By
my
the way,
friend.
really quick question. After all that, do we still have the bones?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if I get rid of it? Anything bad?
How are you trying to get rid of it?
just toss it.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shoot! I didn't think I had to hold on to it. Wisdom saving throw. What is it with? A D20?
Yeah, D20,
Okay.
and then add your wisdom saving throw.
Oh
modifier.
shoot! 18.
Tim is just like,
I'm chilling, man.
18.
I have to have a poker
Alive.
face when I do my stuff.
He
okay?
does. He does.
you're so good at that.
You wake up and you're kind of turning the bone over in your hand, and you just lightly toss it across the room. Clatters to the side. Did you wait till your friends left the room, I'm assuming?
I meant like throw it out a window.
Well, you're underground, so there's no like windows.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Sorry. I just tossed it outside
Okay.
of the building.
Yeah. You throw it out the room and it clatters across the road a little bit. Some onlookers kind of turn and look at you and look at what you threw and kind of shake their heads and walk away.
There's no other way to get rid of it. I wasn't gonna break it, and I wasn't gonna be able to set it on fire. So, anyway,
Littering is bad.
I kind of want that bone, not gonna lie.
go ahead.
You want?
Have at it. Anyway,
Are you
but
taking it,
you
Tia?
know what it is. What it is right now, guys.
Can I?
It's
like,
tomorrow.
Would my character like know where it is?
It's kind of hard to obfuscate yourself when you walk up to the front door of an inn and throw something out of it. A lot of people would see that. You would have watched the bone get thrown, and it would have been a fairly easy find.
It's good food.
You do find it teetering on the edge of the shelf, as if it had stopped itself from going over.
Yeah, I threw it.
Yeah,
It served its purpose. I'm done with it.
I would like to take it.
Go ahead. Mark down that you have a second bone.
Anyway, but it's tomorrow now, so I get to do
Yep.
my
Which means we
infusion.
can get out.
Yes, you have -2 to your intelligence.
But that's okay.
As that affects all your abilities and whatever roleplay choices you might make with that.
Okay. Well, what I'm doing does not require any kind of modifier. So.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to
grab
sit
it.
at like a table in a lobby, right?
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
going to pull out the the D19 from the dice set, and I'm going to use Homunculus Servant on it.
What does that do?
You learn intricate methods for magically creating a special homunculus that serves you. The item you infuse serves as the creature's heart, around which the creature's body instantly forms. You determine the homunculus's appearance. Some artificers prefer mechanical-looking birds, whereas some like winged vials of miniature and animate cauldrons. The
Okay.
homunculus is friendly to you and your companions, and it obeys your commands. Blah, 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 blah. In combat,
Gotta
the
use your
homunculus
proficiency.
shares
Got
your
it.
initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it can take on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a
Unless you
bonus
bonus
action on your
action
turn to
command
command it
it.
to take another action. Blah, 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 blah.
Got it. Okay. So, what form does this die take as it suddenly like splits itself apart and starts to mend its body?
Whoa, it's not split
D20.
apart. That's the heart.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all
sorry.
good.
But its like body
Uh,
is like splitting out of it and forming around it.
I like
It's like
the
essentially
idea.
like an egg breaking itself
Yeah,
outside.
I like the idea of a mechanical bird, but I'm going with a mechanical squirrel.
Squirrel. Okay.
Yeah.
So you watch as you give this command, and it does take you slightly longer than you normally are. The incantations and the memory that you have is slightly out of reach for a little bit, so it takes you longer to prep this ability. After you finish, you watch as the die slowly splits itself slightly, and a tail emerges, bristling with metallic wire, and then its body seems to slowly come out. Arms pop itself out. The little head of the squirrel comes out and kind of squeaks its little mouse and looks up at you.
Perfect.
Are we out of bed yet, or did he come
Yeah,
down?
you all are
I
before
mean,
just
I'm,
everyone else?
I'm by
sitting-
myself, but you could be in the room.
Yeah, you guys could see Galan as he does this, and the die.
100%. What's the name, Galen?
I hadn't thought that far ahead. Killy.
Killy?
Kili.
Killy. Kaylee.
Killy.
It kind of squeaks its face at you and kind of rubs its metallic head and does that weird little squirrel thing where it's like trying to size you up.
Yeah.
So
You guys watch as this is created in front of you.
Ceistyl looks up from her porridge and squeals.
And Galen's
I
like,
think
what are you doing?
That is so cute.
I suppose. I mean, mind you, it doesn't look like a regular squirrel. It looks like it's one made out of like machinery.
Yeah. Like the fur is like metallic wiring,
Yeah, and it's
like bristles.
It runs on gears almost. Looks
Yeah.
like it.
Okay, doesn't mean.
If you
It can
like,
still be cute. Don't get me wrong. I
if
just
you
want to make sure that
disperse
you
the
knew
fur,
that.
you'd see like
I know
a
it's
shell
not
of a body
fur.
with gears kind of clicking its way around. Does anybody else have anything they want to do while this is happening?
I think Tia is like utterly disgusted by that use of magic. But then reflects on the night that just happened, and is just like more committed than ever in using whatever form of method to be stronger. I wanna go over to Galan and ask Galan to work on my spear because I just need to be buffed.
You need to be buffed. So now you want the spear.
I can admit when I'm wrong
Okay.
on the rare
can?
occasion.
Why the change of heart?
Well, does that matter at this moment
I'm
right now?
just curious.
Okay. Let's just say that my goddess, my girlfriend goddess, right? Like
Your
like,
girlfriend
we
goddess,
work
right.
out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
It just it didn't work out between us. So I'm
Oh.
gonna focus. I'm gonna focus on myself right now.
So she's your ex-girlfriend?
Okay.
Yes. This is Tia's version of like hitting the gym after like a horrible.
Oh my
breakup kind of thing.
gosh.
We dated for about 5 minutes.
Not even.
And then she
not
went to
even.
a different school.
Okay.
You wouldn't even know her by name.
Yeah, that's how we'll say this.
The other thing is you also haven't even like asked her name.
Yeah. Her name is obviously Wish Dragon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Lady Wish Dragon of the House Wish Dragon.
hand me the spear.
Mother was
I begrudgingly like gently let go of it into Galen's hand,
Okay.
kind of like a little regretful, but kind of just have to take the hit to be better.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Now, AG, understand that once I place this infusion on, you'll no longer be able to have your axe returned to you.
Huh?
I can only have an infusion on one item at a time.
Oh,
And also,
that's all right.
I may have looked at the rules later and realized that I cannot, in fact, put that on a battle axe.
Oops. Oh well.
So
It's
I'm
fine.
fixing
works
my
out.
own errors.
Honestly, it's fine.
I know, but I want to put it on the spear. That was the original plan
Gotcha.
to begin with.
Yeah.
So I give the spear a returning weapon, which grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. And then after you throw it, it immediately returns to your hand.
Ceistyl, I do have one note. I'm going to send you something on the side. Looking at your finger when you awake, sitting on your index finger is a small ring with a beautiful amber that appears to be having like a small bit of fire kind of bristling inside of it. It's called Protector of the Wild, and I'll give you the stats of the item here in a second. It's a gift from the Everlight to you.
Sorry.
It's nice what a god bestows you gift, isn't it?
Shush. What was it called?
Protector of the Wild.
Okay.
There's
Sorry, I got so excited that I forgot the name immediately.
There is kind of a wall of text to it. I do apologize. But it essentially allows you to cast the spell Shield on yourself or on an ally within range of you, about 30 feet. Or you can expend 2 charges and basically create a barrier around you that deals 2d10 damage to someone that makes contact with you. It has 3 charges and it resets at dawn.
Now that's a gift from a god.
2d10.
2d10. I sent you this whole note in Discord, by the way, so you don't have to write it all down now. It's in your Discord messages.
Well, maybe I was taking notes so that I could understand, but yeah.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, that
thank
too.
you.
Yeah. So, like, if somebody's trying to attack you, you could expend 2 charges out of this, and it would create basically a wall of, like, spiky fire that would hurt them when they tried to hit you. Or
See,
you
they
could...
don't normally try to hit me, but I can protect Tia.
The other side is that, well, that wall can only be cast on you, but you can cast the spell shield, which increases somebody's AC by 5, makes it harder
Right.
for them to be hit. So, like, that you can
5.
cast on other people, or you can cast the shield on yourself for 2 charges.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You said 3 charges or 2 charges?
So
or
it has
is it
3 charges total. It costs 2 charges to do the shield around yourself, the spiky shield,
Okay.
and then
alright.
1 charge to cast the spell shield onto other people.
Do those spells require concentration?
No, because they're instantaneous effects.
Gotcha.
Shield lasts till the beginning of the person who cast it, their next turn. So if she casts shield on Tia, it would last until Ceystyl's next turn.
Gotcha.
It's fine, Abby. I'll take care of that bit. Just worry about the charges and the shield spell and stuff like that.
Got it. I'll pretend that I
Oh my
will
gosh, our theme
remember this
song's
at all.
playing.
I sent it in your DMs, so you have all the info for your character sheet if you just want to copy it in. Alrighty. As you all are eating your breakfast, a procession of mages kind of push their way into the inn. You notice Aruk is with them, as well as the 3 other mages that are slowly falling behind him. Seems like you all have rested well. Are you ready to go to Arcadia?
Yes, we are. I am.
Tia, we'll say that your gauntlets were delivered to the inn, so you have your gauntlets that increase your movement speed by 10.
But I never gave them flowers.
Send it
We
in
can
the
say
mail.
that we can say that you ran over, gave them some flowers, you took your gauntlets.
I mean, you
all that
also
jazz.
stole from them.
Yeah,
You don't know that.
they don't know that.
I know. I don't
They
know that either, but I just wanted to. This is
Yeah.
Caleb talking.
I'm so sorry. There was something else I forgot to notice. I didn't realize I had the wrong notes page up.
You're good.
Where the Jebel Owasu is, right here on that map,
Yeah.
and over Varoken, there's the symbol of the Wild Mother, that laurel with an R underneath it. Over Varoken and over where the Jebel Owasu would be. On top of that, there's a swath of unrecognized land behind where the Jebel Owasu would
Is
be.
this like the map
Import-
that we saw in the cavern?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
because I'm
I
looking
apologize.
at this thing and I'm like, I don't see any of this stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to mismatch.
Yeah.
So the R is over the laurels, and the R is over Varoken, and then there's laurels and R over the Jebel Owasu, as well as like a swath of unplanted or unrecognized land. Like nobody knows what that was.
Where?
Past this, to the left of this, it would
go
go off the map.
off
essentially.
the map. Crazy.
This is currently this is the understanding of the Jebel Owasu, is that there's just sort of a wall of mountains along the west side here of our Apotheos, and no one has been able to scale them because they're individually, each of the peaks is about the size of Mount Everest.
Those are some big mountains.
Do you want to know how I spelled that?
No, it's if you want to, you can. I know it's really complicated. Yeah.
Y'all found Wyoming.
It's the Arabic words for like large mountain, essentially. So I
Oh,
apologize
never
if
mind.
I'm-
Now I
if
just
I'm-
feel stupid.
If I'm butchering the
No,
pronunciation,
you don't
I
know
apologize.
Arabic.
Anyways, Aruk is standing in front of you all. So, are you all ready to leave for Arcadia?
I am. Are the rest of you?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
What in the world was that?
Pre-world thing, you wouldn't get it.
Oh, pretty recent. I thought you didn't remember anything.
Some things come back to me.
Okay.
Random.
Anyway.
times.
Aruk kind of leans over. Really? Well, if you ever are interested in discussing those things, I happen to have a small area of expertise in that, and I would love to discuss it with you.
You walked
Oh.
yourself into that one, AJ.
Anyways, shall we leave?
Yes.
He turns to the three mages behind him. Continue your research in the mines and leave when you feel that you have acquired all that there is to be. They nod and kind of bow slightly to him. All right, let's go. And he snaps his fingers and the world spins around you, and you feel like the floor gets sucked underneath you, and your body seems to twist and move slightly until suddenly you're in a study. Cramped with small robotic tinkering pieces with strange arcane cores inside of them, papers and books scattered around these beautiful 15-foot tall bookshelves with a ladder across it to move through to grab the pieces of literature.
This is my kind of place.
Aruk kind of shuffles some papers together on his desk. I apologize, I wasn't expecting visitors. This is my study, if you ever need to find me.
Okay.
Let's get you set up in the college. And he takes you out of a door, and you realize that you are now in the College of Elstrom in Arcadia.
We're getting set up in the college.
You've traveled about 7 days worth in the matter of seconds.
Lovely. Would have been lovely to have started out with that, but the journey was worth it.
He walks you down a small spiral staircase with multiple levels of workshops and rooms and dorms, kind of all spiraled out off of this central staircase that's leading down. As you get to the bottom, there is a small desk with a woman manning it. She appears to be elven with short pixie cut brown hair, kind of a set of green eyes that's gives the definite distinction of intelligence. He walks up to her. These are the adventurers that I had hired for the protection of Arcadia. They will need rooms set up immediately, as well as the stipend that we had set out for them. She nods and turns and hands you all a set of keys for you all for individual rooms inside of the college, as well as a small bag full of another 1,000 gold, including 5 greater healing potions inside of it.
Nice.
Ooh, 5, you say?
I have gold again.
So 200 gold
much
for each
gold?
of us?
1,500 divided. 50. Yeah, sorry. Did I say 1,500? I meant 1,500.
No, you
if I
said-
did not say.
Yeah, I thought you said 1,000.
You said 1,000.
So sorry. 1,500.
300
it's
each.
300 apiece.
Sweet.
And then each of you guys get a greater healing potion.
Nice.
She nods. If you need anything, please feel free to ask any of us at the reception. Along with those keys, they give you access to the partial piece of Elstrom's library. There is still another section afterwards that we ask that you respect the privacy of those mages working inside of those sacred texts. Again, if you need anything, please let me know.
Yes, we were told that. Is it a Garvis?
No, this is a woman that you have not caught her name before.
No. I meant, is that the guy's name?
No, sorry. This is Aruk is taking you through the college and getting you set up currently. You have a meeting with High Magistrate Argivus later.
Argivus, thank you. All right.
Yes,
That
so
was
sorry.
it. I was like, oh, they wanted to see us, right? Is that where we're going?
Aruk, as you mentioned his name, the meeting will be this evening around sunset at the. Oh no, I forgot the name of the building. Give me 1 second. The Hall of Rekindling. It's near the beach side. Galan,
Fancy.
you are familiar with this building.
It's a nice building.
He nods. I have a few things to attend to before this evening, but I will meet you at the stair steps of the Hall of Rekindling at sunset. If you need
Excellent.
anything, again, feel free to ask, but I will take my leave. And he turns and walks up the stairs towards his office.
Lovely.
You do have currently you are inside of the College of Elstrom. As a note, the College of Elstrom is about a 30-minute walk outside of the main city. It's set up on side of a hillside, and if you walk outside the doors, you can see it overlooks the Radiant Sea. Beautiful crashing waves come over the beaches with a smell of salt in the air, and you hear the distant cawing of birds as they're flying over the ocean.
Can I pause to say that Tim is so good at world building because I am there right now.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Getting a bikini and going to the ocean.
Beach episode?
Yes.
As a note, it is a strange change of environments to go from musty underground, no sunlight,
yeah.
to suddenly beautiful ocean spread in front of you, beautiful sense of nature, almost assaulting you with the change. But it is a welcome breath of fresh, salty air.
It is good to be home. For me, at least. I don't know where all of you are from. So
You are currently on the edge of the outskirts of the city. There are several things to towns inside, or not towns, excuse me, shops inside of the city, as well as sites to see if you guys wanted to go investigate the town.
are any of you from Arcadia?
No.
Thank you. I'm asking you guys.
No.
Oh,
I
believe
don't
my
remember.
character.
I know you're not
No.
from
You're
Arcadia,
from
Tia.
you're from Apotheos.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
know
to
you.
Arcadia
You're
for a minute.
fine.
Hmm.
I know
would say the
AG,
two
and I know
travelers.
AG doesn't know where he's from.
bro, I can't even remember where I'm from. Don't worry about it.
You're from the Feywild.
Which is not
Yeah,
even
whatever.
this realm, so it's a different realm.
You're not from this realm. You're not familiar.
Yeah, you're
with
from
any
the
of these
Feywild, which is a
places.
Would you
different
like to
realm.
show us around, Galan?
Yeah, what would you like to see?
There are several magical shops that specialize in enchantment, as well as other beautiful locations. To call out a few, you have. Oh my goodness, I lost my note. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Give me the lore. I crave.
Here we go. There is the Ironclad Inventory, which is a shop that specializes in creation of armor, almost like the Steel Split Salvage, but the building itself is slightly ramshackle, run down, and appears to be bulging out of the side with small additions that the owner has attached onto this building. There is the Herbal Haven, and the DM's personal favorite, Treasures, Troves, and Trinkets.
Okay.
I think Ceistyl hears the word trinkets and he is immediately entranced and wants to go there.
Yes,
But would also really like to explore the library. Needs some time for the library, so goes with Galan to trinkets and troves. And if anybody goes anywhere else, sorry, that's not how it goes. Treasures, troves, and trinkets. And then afterwards, let's go to the library.
For the record, Galan would love to go to the library with you because he is all about knowledge. What is that face?
So Ceistyl
Surprise.
is gonna just hang on Galan for the day.
Alrighty.
Which you think he'd
Are
be
you all-
annoyed by, but he's trying to hide it.
Are you all moving in a blob? Like you're all going together, I'm assuming?
Seeing
Yeah,
as they
I
didn't
think I
say
would go
anything.
with the group. I don't have strict interests in any
Sure.
one direction.
Same.
Moving forward into the city, those of you who are not initially from a major metropolitan, which would be Ceistyl and AG, Keerla, I would say you would dislike this even though you have been in these places. It is bustling. There are people
Life
everywhere.
in the big city.
The major thing that is confusing to those who have not seen this before are these intricate railways that seem to twist their way through the sky. And you watch as these buses fill with people and then move along the railways through the sky. They appear to be a transit system built to go upwards instead of through the ground. All the buildings seem to twist themselves slightly. The whole vibe of Arcadia is a city that has expanded rapidly without planning. So it has gone crazy. You go into tight-knit alleys that break themselves into beautiful plazas with fountains and lights dazzling, and then you move into busy, bustling, large streets that seem to connect into other smaller locations. It is a maze in its own right that you would be lost in if not for your guide. Galan leading you swiftly through different locations and twisting you through, pulling some of you back as one of the people movers moves fast upwards and away from you. You eventually arrive at the shockingly eccentric-looking shop. It does not blend in whatsoever with its surroundings, and is in fact very gaudy. And in beautiful, ornate, fake gems reads treasures, troves, and trinkets.
There you go,
Oh.
trinket shop.
Oh. Ceistyl is very nauseous, having seen everybody go past very quickly. I don't even know if she's ever been around this many people ever. So she is feeling incredibly overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what Galan wears on his back, but she's just clutching it, looking very green, which is very strange because she's pink.
Mhm.
Yeah, I probably noticed that, and then just kind of like, how big are you again? Like 3 feet tall?
3 feet tall, 31 pounds.
Okay, yeah. I kind of just like pull her off of my back and like sit her on the shoulder that Keely's not on.
So you have the squirrel on one side and the pixie on the other side?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, nice.
I'm just kind of like, look, don't worry
What?
about it. We'll be out of this soon enough.
Moving forward, you push into the shop and are immediately greeted by a towering cluster of items of varying uses, states of repair, and oddities. There seems to be a few people milling around, but the tightness of the shop is more due to the items cluster than it is the actual patrons. As the bell jingles, you hear heavy footfalls and turn and see a very large, pale-skinned man, a Goliath, with beautiful, elegant gold tattoos covering his bald head and stretching along his body. And he turns to you all. Oh, hello. It is great to meet you all. I'm Treasure, and this is my shop. If you need something, I most likely have it, or I can get it. How can I help you all? As he moves, his body glitters with these tattoos across his body.
His name
I know-
is Treasure.
I know I'm beautiful, darling, but please, what can I do for you all?
I'm so sorry.
Yo, Tia, you got some competition. Whose ego is bigger?
Looking around, you notice several ornate, beautiful pieces in a mixture of trash and other disgusting pieces. He does rattle off a few things. He has in his piles of miscellaneous, he has Arcadian snow globes, shirts, and other bizarre and useless things.
No.
He has a stack of green tubes that somebody accidentally pushes into, and you hear
Oh no,
as
it's
they
a
move.
Taurus trap. It's a Taurus trap.
He has a few actually useful things.
Oh.
He has a hat of disguise,
Oh.
eyes of minute seeing, a necklace of fireball, and some other things like a parapet of wound closure and a few other things. There's also a beautiful pipe that he has like set across the counter.
And I Heart Arcadia shirt.
Yeah, there is definitely one.
Does he
Give me
have
one
any
sec, guys.
rocks? My fault.
I saw an ash and a cat walk by.
There needs
I
to
did
be a
too.
shirt that says like I heart Uruk Thainsbane.
I
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
would unironically buy
good.
that shirt.
What were we talking about?
I said there should be an
Fine
I
shirt.
heart Uruk Thainsbane shirt.
Just
Just because he's such a public figure, you know?
Yeah, he kind of is.
He's got his little fan club.
If he has a fan club, Ceistyl
You're in it?
would join it. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Merch
Are you guys
drop.
interested in any of the items that he has, specifically the useful items that he has?
Yeah, what was a parapet of wound closure?
It is a item that basically, let me just double check that I have the wording correct, because now I don't think I do. Give me 1 second, guys. The wearer, if they go down to 0 hit points, are immediately stabilized at the start of their turn. In addition, whenever they roll a hit die, they gain double the number of points listed on the die.
oh,
So it's
shoot.
essentially something that provides more healing.
So like if I'm wearing it, I get
And you
more
go
heal.
down. If you go down to 0, you're immediately brought back to not dying anymore. Not
Tia,
1
you need
HP.
to buy that.
And if you are resting and you're rolling like your hit dice to recover on a short rest, you're rolling your hit dice to recover health. You gain double
Ooh.
that health.
Yeah, Tia
Uh,
might need that.
Tia,
but
buy
It is
Tia's got no
expensive.
right
money.
now.
It's 2,000 gold.
Never mind. Don't buy it.
He has no money.
I don't have that much either, and I'm not spending it on you.
He does have a hat of disguise, which allows you to cast disguise self on yourself for free.
Well, I
that
don't
is
need that. I
about
already know
700 gold.
disguise self.
Oh, I thought you said the hat was for free. I was about to say.
No.
No.
A little sleight of hand right there might be nice.
No. No.
The
He also
five-finger
has
discount.
some goggles called Eyes of Minute Seeing, which allow you to have advantage on if you're like doing an investigation check or a perception check on something close by.
Oh. I was like, if it's
can
far
he-
away, that's actually pretty helpful for me because I got a gun. But no.
Can he do appraisals?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely I can. What are you looking at?
I take out the ring that I have, that I've been using that sees if like it has a
Oh.
bloody. What can you tell me about this little trinket?
Well, first off, it's fantastically made. Oh, Dwarven. That's rare. I haven't been able to get into Varoken yet, and it has so many treasures for me. He like twists it in his fingers and sets it down and puts a monocle on his eye and looks at it. Considering the fact that it's Dwarven in make and we don't get much of that, I could buy it from you 700.
I want to take out the other piece that I stole.
Oh, I thought that was the piece you stole. I apologize.
no.
I was gonna say he better not sell that ring.
Which piece
No,
did
that
you
was
give
the,
treasure?
That
I
was
apologize.
the ring. The ring that I
Of
have that.
Grim Psychometry?
Yeah, that's the one I want to
Okay.
get appraised.
I apologize. He takes that and goes, "Oh, quite a gaudy thing." And trust me, I know about that. I have no interest for it, but I believe it gives understanding of troubled past, shall we call it. He basically tells you that if you were to take the ring and touch it onto something that has a bloodied past, you would have visions or understanding of what it was. He would buy it from you for about 500 gold because he's not very interested in it.
So the ring that I stole, let's just say that I
That's
have
the 700 one. That's the
Yeah.
one he was interested in.
Can he do like an Arcana check on it, or to see if it has any magic?
He does not appear to be providing any information about he does not appear to be providing any music, or excuse me, not music. I got sidetracked from what I was doing. He does not be providing any details on any arcane, even though you gather he probably has that information from looking at it.
I could check the ring.
Yeah. Have y'all ever seen Pawn Stars?
He's doing that.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. He needs
He's
to make
doing
money
that.
off it too. Yeah.
I can check the ring
Yeah.
for Tia.
Yeah.
All right.
I was actually gonna ask if Abby could use her wand to do identify.
Oh, that's a good idea.
As he sees you all kind of prepping to understand the ring, he sighs. Fine, twist my arm. Poor guy's just trying to make some money. It has an imbued ability that allows the wearer to turn the damage that they are dealing into fire. It would probably sell for 1,200 gold.
Man,
trying to scam me?
I
I was trying to run my business.
Can I offer him a firm handshake out of respect?
He takes it, and as he grips your hand with like a strength that this is a built individual. Like
Oh, shoot.
probably 7 foot tall and muscled. And he
can I-
takes your hand
Oh.
and doesn't squeeze you hard, but you can feel the power through his body.
My
the aura.
God, you're strong.
Thank
He's
you.
got like 1,000
Comes with
aura.
the business.
What do you lift?
Mostly people out of my shop.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Not
I
a
put-
threat to you all yet. You've seemed lovely.
But that's not what I was going for. I'll put both rings back in my pocket, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep this, but thank you for the information.
Well, if you ever want to sell it, you know where I am. As you put the rings in your pocket, you can see almost like the twinkle in his eye disappear for a second before it's replaced by something else.
I'll recommend your services to sell what I know.
Q, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, is there anything else I can offer you? You do notice that there's a pipe sitting almost on like a small purple, like a fine purple pillow. And it has a tag next to it that states, Pipe of Memories, relive your greatest moments.
AG.
Oh yeah, wait, what? How much is the pipe? Let's start with that.
The pipe? To be honest, it's kind of a gimmick, and it's been here since I've opened the shop. I'd drop it for 50 gold.
Can we test it out first?
It's like reading a book before you buy it in a bookstore.
That's understandable.
Well, it's just one use. It can always be used
Does it
again.
work on robots?
That's an even better question.
Goodness, look at you. And he immediately, like, one hand on the counter, lifts his whole body over it and sits down
boy.
in front of you. You are darling. He kind of just, like, looks at you.
No, I'm AG.
Oh, excuse I'm so sorry. Apologies for my manners. I got caught up in you. I've never seen something like you before.
Well, hi, I'm AG.
Aha!
He Treasure turns to you all. This is offensive, and I apologize in advance. He is his own person.
Yes, he is.
I have met automatons before, but they are subservient. I have never met one free-willed.
He certainly is different, and
I apologize. That's not true. There was one on one of the sky ships. One of the engineers there. I met him in passing.
oh, interesting.
Don't remember his name.
We meet him?
You met another otter?
Not an autognome, but an automaton.
Different.
Of his own mind, his own free will. Beautifully designed. I don't know much about the subject, but I know beauty when I see beauty. Trust me. And the rings like flash and the gold tattoos move. Like
Wow, you really are a treasure.
You know what?
Q, someone else notices.
I will buy the pipe.
Wonderful. Grabs the pipe, takes your 50 gold, and hands it over to you. The pipe has 3 charges. You puff it, and the smoke turns itself into your greatest memory.
Okay.
Greatest memory.
I should say, what the wearer believes to be their greatest moment in their life currently.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I put it away for now. We'll have AG test it later. We'll find a way to get air to come out of his mouth.
We can install a fan or something.
I mean, you got a speaker in there. It's got to move something.
That's true.
Galen, he does have a few spells you sift through for a moment, and the major ones that you find are Scroll of Magic Weapon and Mirror Image.
Remind me what mirror image does. I know
It creates
magic
copies of yourself, and when somebody attacks you and successfully hits your AC, you roll a d20, and depending on the roll, it could hit a copy instead of your actual person.
Oh, heck yeah. How much is that?
240 pieces.
Whew. Pieces. Yeah, I'll take it.
Got it. It's yours?
Yep.
There's also the necklace of Fireball. There's the necklace of Fireball. They're essentially 4 beads that you can pick one off and throw it, and it creates Fireball wherever you cast it, or throw the bead.
I like that.
That's 900 gold pieces if somebody's interested in it.
I just love how she's like, Keerla's not interested. Oh, no, I am interested in that.
There's fire, though, so, you know.
Fire!
I can't afford that though, so I'm gonna pass.
You guys could pool a little bit.
How much is it?
900 gold pieces.
For what is it
I
again?
hate to ask how much
It is a necklace of Fireball, so it has 4
I have
beads on it, so essentially
700.
4 uses of the Fireball spell.
And then do those recharge?
No,
Oh,
they are expent after use.
I don't know if we need that.
Keep in mind, Fireball is, hold on.
Yeah, we could
Yeah, fireball's a big deal.
We could accidentally hurt each other.
8d6, and they have to make a
Oh.
saving throw or take half damage.
Fireball.
It's,
It has
it's
I
four
didn't
charges
ask
of
how big the room was. I cast fireball.
Fireball! Yeah, 900 for the full necklace.
Does the beads like?
Nope,
Is it
they
like
don't come
one
back.
time use?
They're one-time use. Looking at the necklace, you notice that probably 3 of the beads were missing. So it was probably bought secondhand after use.
I don't want to try another negotiation and raise the price by accident.
You could. Well,
Somebody
you could.
should
You're
because
pushing
it's
it,
being
buddy.
sold as though it's full price.
As a note, Tia, this individual is most likely open to bargaining.
Definitely opening to bargaining. I know a thrift store when I see it.
That's exactly
Shush.
that's exactly what his store is.
What would
And
be,
your
like, the
girl
check
loves a
for that?
thrift.
It would be a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Go ahead.
Can we each attempt persuasion?
No, one
No.
person, and
Okay.
I'll say if somebody else wants to assist Keerla, she'll have advantage.
I am
can
not the one to assist.
I could assist.
Okay. So Keerla, you're gonna roll twice and take the higher number.
Okay. That was 14.
Okay. 14 total. Is that? Oh, you're rolling again. Sorry.
Oh, they were both 14.
Including your
Wow.
modifier.
But I have the modifier is 4, so I was an 18 total.
Okay. You kind of take a second and kind of do the thing where like, well, it's not quite the right quality. I feel like it's a little overcharged for what it is. And while Treasure feigns a look of genuine hurt, you can see there's a shade of like, yeah, you're right. Listen, I like you all. You've provided some business. You've shown me some beautiful things that I know I must get eventually from you. I'll sell it for 650.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm cool
I
with
could.
that.
I'm cool with that. I can give you like 100. To help
I
you.
mean, I have the money for that, so I can
Okay.
just pay it by it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your business. Takes the money and slides it over with a little more sass than he did with his previous purchases and dealings. As though he's a little mad that you got the better of him in this exchange.
Wait, what happened?
She got the necklace.
Keerla negotiated him down to 650 for the necklace of fireballs.
Oh, that's great. You go, girl.
I want him to look at a bone.
Okay. You produce one of the bones.
And then I'm gonna look at him, and I'm like, Treasure, you know beauty when you see it. Obviously, when you stare at a mirror.
Obviously.
Obviously, I understand, as I myself am a treasure.
I do like the horns, though they could use a little something.
We could talk later. I'll have your business card by the end of this. What about this bone?
Plucks it from your hand, and as soon as like he takes it, the expression changes. That is Sly, and looks at you all. Give me a persuasion check.
I'm sorry. What did he say? That is what?
Sly. You essentially gave a cursed item to a shopkeeper.
Oh my dude.
So we're seeing how this goes, how it plays, because he is one who would enjoy such an item.
Okay, so I rolled an 11, but
Okay.
persuasion I have a charisma +5 modifier.
Okay.
So 16.
16.
8.
I do like the cut of your jib. Listen,
Is that all you like?
we'll get there. Tucks the bone away. Pick one thing for free.
Not Abby and I making the same
Whoa.
exact face.
Can I do an investigation check to
You
see
really
like
just-
what would be the most?
I'm gonna
Go for
sell
it.
off your girlfriend.
Take
like
the
that.
parapet of wounds.
Oh
You
yes.
would also
the-
get a grown stick. The grown sticks are there. That's all I'm saying.
What are the pros?
No.
What's that?
They're the sticks that go.
Is it like a lightsaber?
No, it's just a
it's
stick.
It's just a stick that goes when you
It's
turn
got
it.
marble.
That's
It's got
all
like
it
metal,
is.
little metal balls in it,
Wait.
so that when you turn it, it
Yeah.
makes a noise that goes.
Wait, I have a
Yeah, they're
question.
10 gold. You guys want a grown stick or not? Come on, guys.
We're not
I
getting. That's
want
not the free
one.
item. That's not the free item. You're more
GD, you want
capable.
one, mark off 10 gold, and you got a
Heck
growth stick.
yeah. Heck yeah.
He would buy one.
What'd you get for your persuasion check or your investigation check?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing persuasion.
Oh no, investigation, because you're checking to see what you can find.
Okay. Oh, I'm not proficient. That's not fair.
Well, we already know
13.
that a super rare item. is in
13.
store.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I'm just trying to be a hoarder. I'm gonna be honest here.
I know.
Okay, you find an axe tucked in the corner, a great axe, large, cumbersome weapon. And as you look at it, and it's kind of tucked away in a pile, so you kind of pull it out a little bit, and you're examining it. It like has wisps kind of coming off of it and like fading, like white energy. Do you ask one of your friends to assist you in this discovery?
Let
I
me
would like
guess.
to ask Galan for an Arcana check.
You got it, buddy.
Are you casting Identify or doing an Arcana check?
I just rolled it, so and it's also a really high
Okay.
number. So let's see. Arcana is a +6. No,
Okay.
+4 because of the dragon stuff. But I rolled an
'cause you
18,
mark-
so that's
12,
a 22. But also I'm
22.
proficient, so that's 24.
Nice. So we'll say that you've essentially cast Identify without casting Identify due to the high roll. This is a beautifully enchanted axe. It's called an Aether Brand axe. It gives +1 to attack and damage rolls. It is considered a magical weapon. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with this, you can deal an additional 1d8
JD,
force
back up.
damage.
True.
As a bonus action, when you hit a creature with this weapon, you can teleport to an unoccupied space within 10 feet of the target. And while holding the axe, you can cast Misty Step once per long rest.
What's Misty
What?
Step? Pause.
It allows you
Wait
to
a minute.
teleport 30 feet.
Okay.
Ah!
Wait, hold on. Before we decide to pick that one, how much is it?
It's free.
No.
Goodness.
Hear me out.
I forgot I had that. Oh, it hurts to let go. The poor soul who gave it to me was nearly dead when he did.
That's unfortunate.
Um,
Anyway.
Selling price probably 5,500.
Yo, can I give you my bone for that one?
You have another one of these things?
We have many.
We have at least 3.
I'll stay with one, and I will warn you who you give these to. Not all enjoy such delicate delights.
Yes, I actually agree with Treasure on this one. They're not really.
You notice that the store has cleared out, and the door is shut and locked currently, actually. As
Whoa.
if Treasure realized what was happening and decided to maybe put his store on close for a moment.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're like funding his vacation next year right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. You gave him something crazy.
Have fun with the dragon.
Dang. I look over at AG. Trade.
Trade.
Trade
I
what?
want that axe. Am
For
I
your
getting this
bone?
axe?
If I get your bone.
Oh, you want
Wait.
you want to still have 2 bones?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
I want to trade this axe for AG's bone.
You know
But I
what?
get the axe.
You know what? Here, yes.
So what? Wait. So what? do you have to do with this trade then?
Basically he's going to, because he already has one of Tia's bones. He's gonna give Tia the axe. Tia's gonna give the axe to you, and you're gonna give him your bone. Which, by the
What?
way, AG, did you happen to have a really weird dream last night?
No. Why?
Then you
had
don't
one
need it.
too?
Then you don't need it. The bone does nothing for you.
Yeah.
To you, it's just
a
a
bone.
stick. Well,
Yeah.
you see, that's not necessarily the case, but it's not going to make much sense right now. So just do the deal. You don't need the bone.
So why can't I just give this guy the bone and he gives me the axe?
Why do we have to go
Doesn't
over
want
the
it, doesn't
semantics
know.
of it all? Just give him
He
your
already
bone.
has a bone, hun.
I know he does.
All right. You know what?
Let's
Sure.
ask Treasure. Treasure. do you
Treasure
want another
already
bone?
has the bone.
But does he want another one?
He said he
Treasure
only wants
doesn't want another
one.
bone.
Oh
I
my
am
gosh,
good with
guys,
one
this
bone.
is
Thank
not
you very
that
much.
complicated.
I appreciate it.
Tia gave the
understood.
man one bone, so Tia has one
Deal
bone.
accepted.
Thank
the
you.
worst
Got it.
math problem I've ever
Accept.
seen.
I take the ass and
Tia,
I'm like,
you take AG's bone.
we
I was
You
ready
give
to
the axe.
throw that robot
JD, I
around.
sent you the details on the axe so that you can get that transcribed into your character sheet. The major
Yeah,
thing to
you're
know
right.
is that your to hit roll is increased by 1, as well as your damage roll is increased by 1, and then it has a bonus of dealing an extra d6 of force damage on a hit, and then I think it's actually as a bonus action you expend that. Yeah, you should.
alright.
Yeah.
It's
The
time
details
to
are-
go. Let's leave.
As,
We've caused
as
enough
AG
problems.
takes the axe, I whisper under my breath. That's right. Received a gift from your god.
Time
Yeah,
has
all right.
passed.
All right, middleman. All right.
Time has passed slightly, and it's starting to get to the point where it's evening. Due to how you travel across the globe slightly, you're closer to the sun moving across and making it evening. It's best time that you make your way towards the Hall of Rekindling.
That's the inn, right?
No, that's
No.
we're gonna
No,
meet
that's
in
where we're meeting
Argivus.
to be-
Yeah,
Argivus.
Debate.
yeah. One more note, JD. Before you can use that axe to its full effectiveness, you need to spend an hour like attuning to the axe, like spend time learning how to use it. So you can do that
Okay.
soon, but I'm just calling that out that you'll need to spend time with the axe in order to learn how it works.
Take it on a date. I
Yeah,
got you.
basically. Being led by Galan through the beautifully clustered and chaotic city of Arcadia, you slowly reach this beautiful building. Give me 1 second, I apologize, guys.
You're good.
You reach this beautiful building. Where's my notes? Here we go. It looks like a sleek white tower, kind of just jutting up in the middle of the city near the edge of the city where the ocean is. There's about 10 steps that are each separate from any sort of support system and just floating naturally up with these beautiful waterfalls trickling down the sides. As you make your way towards the Hall of Rekindling, you notice a familiar half-orc in his beautiful, ornate red robes waiting for you all there. It's good to see you all. Hopefully you had a good experience in our capital city.
Yes, we did.
Glad to hear it.
People,
Um,
please say something. It can't
I
just
did.
be
My
me
mic didn't
every
pick it up.
time.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I said something.
Great.
Please come along with me. We will
You're finally awake.
we will meet with Argivus. And he turns and starts to walk up the steps. The steps slightly bounce with the effortless, supportless feature. You walk your way up, and the doors open in front of you to a beautiful. The only way I can really describe it is like a spa, where it's kind of lush, a pathway in front of you, but nicely placed greenery with nice trees, a small river running through the middle with one of those like tiny little wooden arc bridges that go over it. You make your way over this.
Sounds
Quite-
lovely.
Thank you. Soft rippling water echoes off the sourceless walls, and you make your way up to another desk with a half elf standing behind the counter. And Aruk quickly speaks with her for a moment, informing her of the appointment. And she flips through her book for a second. Yes, he does have you here. He's finishing something up, but he should be done by the time you get up. Please, by all means. And she gestures towards a small door set into the wall. Aruk confidently walks up to it, and the door slides open in front of him, and you all file into a windowless room, and the door shuts. After a moment, you feel the ground underneath you start to move as this elevator begins to ascend up the tower.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't
as
know if I like that.
as it ascends, you watch as what was windowless becomes is opaque the right word? Where it becomes see-through?
Glass. It's glass.
Transparent.
Where it basically
Opaque
turns.
means-
Thank you. Yeah, it turns transparent. Thank you. As you're going up, the walls turn transparent, and you see the beautiful ocean, the radiant sea, sprawling out behind you. And since it's beginning to get sunset, as this light comes down from the sun, you notice this beautiful turquoise, blues, greens, purples, and pinks shining out from the sea and mixing with the sunlight. It is a dance of lights that illuminate the sky. You ascend up and reach the top where the doors open to a large room that is dimly illuminated with pink brazier, or not pink, excuse me, purple braziers, and these beautiful stained glass windows, about 6 of them in total, 3 on each side, that lead towards a large, beautiful, ornate wooden desk with an arched, like a flat arched window facing towards the city. As you walk into the room, you see a man stand up from behind the desk, beautifully clad in this nice tunic that appears to be like a lavender that matches his purple skin. It almost seems to blend perfectly into his body. As this man turns, you see beautifully ornate horns curling backwards with bangles attached to them. This man is a purple-skinned tiefling, and he steps around his desk and looks at all you and smiles. It's so nice to meet you all. I've heard much about you from Eruk here. I've heard about the submind in Rockbed as well as inside of Varokin. It seems we have quite the incursion, and I believe it's spread to our neighbors across the sea. I apologize for jumping into business. I've had quite the day. Please introduce yourselves.
Yes. I'm Galan. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Keerla. Nice to meet you.
I'm AG.
There's a small. He's like slowly moving his eyes across all of you, and they seem to be an intense, quick stare of sizing up who you are. Like it goes quickly into your soul, and he lingers on AG, noticing his design. Moves on.
I'm Ceistyl.
I'm just Tia.
Just Tia.
You
Who is this? I don't know this, Tia.
And as you all most likely know, but I apologize for my abruptness, I'm Magistrate Argivus of Arcadia. I appreciate all the danger that you have put yourselves in for the sake of our nation, and trust me, it means a lot to us to have people we can depend on defending our nation's borders. That being said, I feel that our friends across the sea, Apotheos, need our assistance. They have had reports of similar plant-like activity, but it appears to be ramping up every single day. We recently sent one of our airships over there to provide assistance and supplies, known as the Prism Horizon. It should be returning in about a week's time, and you all may take that airship to get to Apotheos Vale. While traveling by air is safer than sailing through the Radiant Sea, I must warn you all that there are still obscuring fogs, monsters, unpredictable weather changes. You will need to be on your toes for this journey.
I see. Thank you, Magistrate.
I don't have any toes.
That's nice.
What an interesting statement. Tia,
He does. They're
really
just made
quick.
of metal.
Roll me a d20. Just straight roll me a d20.
Sorry, wrong die. 15.
15? Okay. You feel a strange kinship to Argivus, but you're not really sure why.
Papa? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you feel a strange connection. You're not entirely sure why, but You do feel this connection. As you're all speaking in this moment, Argivus's eyes, they're like a red tint, close for a moment and they open white. And you watch as his body kind of levitates for a moment and it kind of shakes. And Aruk kind of puts a hand out to you all. It's okay. He's not referred to as the Great Seer for nothing. He'll be fine.
Right.
You watch as this energy sort of courses through him, and then he blinks, and they return red, and he lands. Go ahead.
What? Like, what? I think I missed what kind of being he is.
He's a tiefling.
He's a tiefling. He's got purple skin and red
Got it.
eyes. These
Horns.
beautiful,
So this is like kind of
horns that
normal
are in it.
behavior. So I'm
Well,
like,
No,
not for like
no.
tieflings. This is
Not for most
Not for
specific to the fact
anybody.
that he is an arcane
Right.
practitioner who's been referred to as the Great Seer of Ioun.
I
yeah.
knew you were known as the Great Seer, but I didn't realize it was so apparent.
Taxing is another word I would use for it.
Fair
And you
enough.
see that there's sweat collecting across his brow, and he brushes it off. I fear that Arcadia is in more danger than we originally thought. I'm not sure when, but I believe that is the next source of this.
Apotheos Vale.
Yes, excuse me, Apotheos Vale. It is in
Okay.
more danger than we currently thought. I apologize. My thoughts are escaping me.
Thank you.
That's okay, Papa.
I was like, it's coming back?
Please, when the Prism Horizon returns, take it to Apotheos Vale.
No.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will be fine. I just need to rest soon.
You want a glass of water?
No, thank you though. I appreciate that.
Try to help.
Well,
Oh, one more thing. I apologize. I was waylaid by my vision. He pulls out a note and hands it to you all. This is a letter of introduction stating your reason and granting you access to Apotheos Vale. Please give it to Galrosa del Torre. He will give you access to what you need.
Thank you, Magistrate. We'll leave as soon as we can.
I appreciate it. Look for the Prism Horizon, captained by Eris Windrider.
Nice.
Thank you all again for your service. I must attend to other duties. And he turns around and goes back to his desk.
I really want to make it like you're my dad kind of a joke, but I'm just not going to.
No, you should be like,
I mean, you're the
are you my dad?
You're the politest
Can I-
you've ever been.
Can I do like an insight check to see like what that?
Yeah,
connection
go for it,
is?
go for it, go for it.
Insight into AKA DNA test.
DNA test.
It casts identify on the blood. Congratulations, you are the father.
No, there's no way that's your dad.
No, you're a completely different species.
So I got a 14 and I'm proficient in insight. So it's a +3 and then a proficiency bonus is a +2.
+2. So there's
Bro,
19.
I don't know that
What?
Rick's gotten a bad roll this whole time.
Yeah, they've been doing really well.
The box.
The kinship you feel, you're not sure of the source yet, but you definitely have some sort of connection to this being, whether it's who he is or what he is, you're not entirely sure.
Why don't we leave him
is it
alone?
my goddess? Okay. Yeah, that's probably best.
Yeah.
Aruk kind of shuffles you
Sure.
all out. I have a few matters I need to speak with the High Magistrate privately. Please stay at the college until the ship arrives, and then head straight to Apotheos Vale. They
Do
will
know
need
when
you
the
as soon
ship
as
does
possible.
arrive?
I'm sorry?
Do you know when the ship does arrive?
About a week's time from today. They should be on the return journey.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
So you'll have about a week of downtime to do
Yeah.
shopping, move around, investigate the city.
Okay.
I think we'll probably have to do that next time.
Yeah. No.
Yes,
Is,
we're gonna be
we're
done.
wrapping
No,
up,
we're gonna be
yeah.
done tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish the introduction at least to Archivist.
Right.
Sure.
Well, let's head back to our rooms. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sounds
think that sounds
good.
great.
Let's go.
Poppy.
You all move your way through the city. It's beginning to calm down now that it's night. As soon as the sun sets and it begins to become dark, the radiant sea really comes alive. Like these blue, purple, like turquoise lights are just shining up the walls of the city and kind of just giving this eerie invitation. You all go to your rooms. They're small dorms, kind of set aside for you all. Simple, a window, a small bed, and a chest at the foot of the bed. And you all begin to go to sleep. And then we'll go ahead and end tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know we kind of went long, but we really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys had a great time, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. We will be live again the 31st, right? Or is it the 30th? 30th, excuse me.
Thank you.
We'll be live again the 30th with our next session and following our heroes as they go to Apotheos Vale and traverse the Radiant Sea.
Yay!
Ooh, the radiant
All right.
sea.
Oh, you guys went away. Hold on. There we go.
Nope,
Say
we
bye,
all went away.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a great rest of your night.
Yeah.
And weekend.
Good night.